Will you ever return to highlight videos?
Probably not, no.
Have you ever hacked a level in your career?
No.
Do you plan to retire anytime soon?
Unknown.
All interviews come out early on Spotify.
Hi, I'm Aeon, and I'm a veteran Geometry Dash player, content creator, and streamer who's been around for about 12 years.
Heck yeah, nice to meet you, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Haven't done much today. I've been watching Attack on Titan with my girlfriend, and that's like the entire day.
Heck yeah,
I've done
bro.
nothing. So it's been a good day.
Yeah,
those are the best days.
Sounds like fun. Lazy days are the best days, bro. Like literally yesterday, myself, I cleaned up my entire house, went outside and just cleaned a bunch of stuff. Now I'm here, shutting out on the computer all day, and it's fun. Having a conversation with you.
It's nice, yeah. I have the rest of the day packed, so I decided, why not just spend my morning doing absolutely nothing? Because I'm usually a morning kind of guy. I usually do everything like before, and then once I'm done streaming at like, it used to be 7, now it's 5, I usually just do nothing afterwards. But since I like kind of like swapped my day around today, I was like, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., I'm going to do nothing, and it's going to be great.
Heck yeah,
it
bro.
was great.
That's the life. That's the best thing ever, bro.
Is.
People don't relax enough, honestly. Like, there's so many people trying to just like grind. I feel like people don't understand, like, you got to relax at times, because like that's the problem
for sure.
I've had at moments too. Like, I just, like when I first started like going, like popping off on YouTube, like I've realized literally every moment of the day, like even when I was driving, I was like writing voice notes, goodness gracious, voice notes off into my phone. Like, okay, this is an idea. I was like, hey, babe, can you write this down? Now I'm like, you deserve time to chill.
Yeah, no.
It's never.
It's one of those things I've gotten with age, and that Eric also tells me to do a lot. I make it a very, very major thing of my life to have at least a little bit of time every day where I just don't think. It sounds kind of like difficult to do because your brain's always like churning, right?
Yeah.
But to like, instead of thinking about things, I just try and like indulge in my surroundings by just kind of like paying attention to like small things.
Yeah.
Like, I think my girlfriend finds me really annoying when I'm like, hey, look at that cool bird over there. Or just like walking, doing other things. I just like point out like small things that I'm just like, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen that bird around for a few days.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of like take notice of like tiny things to like take in the serenity of it, really, to avoid the stress of
life,
society, I was about to say.
Yeah.
There's so much shit going on. It's nice to just kind of like take a step back and kind of appreciate the mundane.
Exactly. You know? Exactly, bro. I fully agree. Like, I had a realization the other day. Like, I've gotten so stressed out. Like, I've listened to calm stuff all day, just like calm myself down because I'm like so stressed with everything going on. It's like, really, I thought of like, every day we live on this earth is a blessing. Like, no matter if you're religious or not, it's a blessing. Genuinely. Like, it's a great place to be. We could be dead. It's a great time.
Yeah, for sure.
Wake up. It's great to see. Like, a lot of people don't go outside, like me as well, honestly. It's like, it's nice to go outside and just appreciate, the earth. Like, it's nice to what we have while we have it, because you never know what's going to happen in a year from now. Genuinely, it's just, good Lord.
I like doing that a lot. I wouldn't call myself religious by any means, but I do like to like appreciate things because, well, there is like a bunch of uncertainty, right? I don't really, I have no like deeper philosophical feelings towards a life after death or like reincarnation or anything. But I do have like a massive question mark around it, which is why I like try and just appreciate smaller things, I think. Because I know that things kind of just happen, dude. Things kind of just happen.
Scary.
So last thing I want in my life is to go out regretting shit. So
yes, exactly, bro. See, my big thing on my bucket list is live life with no regrets. And like, so far I got a lot of regrets, but I'm trying to fix the regrets. You know what I mean? But slowly but surely,
no, I feel it.
Work out.
I agree.
For sure. Well, let's get to the first question. Well, I think I know the answer to this, but are you mentally healthy?
Yeah, I mean, there's like ups and downs, especially with like the hand situation currently. But it's like, you gotta compartmentalize what you have and what you don't have and chug along. There was obviously like periods up and down where it's like rough, but I've had a couple months now to like settle in with like the hand thing, because the reason why I answered with the uncertainty about how long I'm going to be playing and so on is that I just don't know. But I say yes. I think yes, just because I don't know. I like to I have the same approach to life as I have with levels.
Mhm.
If I can't control it, then whatever.
Yeah.
Can't do anything
Yeah.
about it, so why would it bother me?
Mhm.
So I just kind of like take the things that I like in things and take the things I like in life, and I build on that. So I think, yeah, I'm doing
It's
pretty
good.
good.
Good to hear, man. Very good to hear. Yeah, I saw your hand issues. Like, dude, that must like, really, really, really suck. Like,
Yeah.
especially you going for your like, silent clubstep, your ultimate hardest and everything. Like, dude, I feel so bad seeing that. But I'm happy you're
Yeah,
dealing with
but
it
it's
well.
also another one of those things that's like, it's kind of expected. Like, how many people
Mhm.
have gone out with a whimper because they had hand issues? Can name, like Riot, for instance.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, not going out with a bang, with a massive, like, hooray, but kind of like a wah, 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 like,
Yeah.
you can't play anymore while you were in your grind and in your prime. It sucks, buddy. Tough luck. Maybe next life.
Yeah, literally. I feel so bad for him, bro, because like so much happened with like his circumstances with the him like basically retiring. Like Sonic's
Yeah.
accidentally verifying Sonic Wave, his hand issues, like so much just messed up. That just
Yeah. One of the biggest ones for me personally was, this is going to be a, if anyone knows this reference or knows this person, shout outs. But one of the main ones that got me into like, because I take a lot of care of my hands. I've been doing exercises and like stretches like all the time. So for me to gain these hand issues is kind of like a damn. I thought I was doing enough. Uh,
yeah.
but there was a player back in 2014 named Regular Days who
Huh.
was like a really, really good player for the time. They had the first ever upload of Electrodynamics on Touch Arcade. Not Touch
Wow.
Arcade, Every Play, sorry. And it was the most viewed video on Every Play as well. And they had to stop playing the game because they got like some insane hand issues. So they had to get like a metal rod inside of their hand, and they couldn't play anymore, like at all. So they kind of just like disappeared from the game out of like not their own will because they just destroyed their hand entirely. So I was
Bro.
like, I don't want that to be me.
Yeah.
Uh, so I've been trying to take care of it since then. And then after Regular Days, we had like Riot, Sonics, as was mentioned, like a bunch of other people as well. Eric had an episode as well before he changed over to keyboard where he was developing carpal tunnel as well. So it's like it just kind of gets anyone. No one's
Mhm.
safe.
It's a
The
scary
carpal
thing.
tunnel demon might come for you as well if you're not careful enough.
Yeah. I don't play GD as much, thankfully, so I'm not too worried. I just work on videos. So thankfully I think I'm
I
okay.
mean,
If
being on your
something
PC is
like it.
enough. My mom has carpal tunnel from working.
Really?
Yeah, she had like a period like a couple years ago where, or a few years ago where like every single year she would be like on sick leave for like 3 months because of like hand pains from being on a
Oh
computer.
gosh. Okay, that's
So she had
terrifying.
like a specialized like special made mouse and everything to like avoid turning her hand over because it's this motion that does it,
Oh
right? Because
really?
your hand is naturally your thumb would naturally point upwards because that's how it's like on the side of your body.
Mhm.
So you want your hand to be like this and not like this. So like this motion and enough like movement in this direction that can like kind of like squeeze the nerve.
Mhm.
So just being on the computer is just enough. You don't have to like actually actively play the game.
Okay, wow.
So like
That's
I
cool.
think personally that Popov's playing method where he like does this is like fucking genius
Mhm.
because it's the more natural motion for your hand. So I think he's doing
Okay.
the right thing in like terms of like saving his hand.
Mhm.
But
Respect.
that's a completely different discussion. But
Yeah.
yeah, just being on your computer is enough.
Gotcha. Okay. I never thought about it like that at all. Honestly, shout out Pop Off. I thought your click method was like really special, but now I'm like, yo, I don't know if you thought about it that way.
I've tried
So
adapting
smart.
it, but it's really, really weird.
Yeah, it's really
It
weird.
functions,
Yeah.
really functional, but man, it is weird to play like that.
I don't know how you can play such a high level like that, bro. But
Built different.
speaking of high play, what inspired you to
Hmm.
start playing at such a high level?
Uh, is it fair to say nothing? Because I
I mean,
was like
yeah.
one of the very early adapters of it. I hit 100 demons in like, I think May 2014. There were like,
Dang.
I was one of the first like 15 people in the world to hit 100 demons. I was just always playing high level.
Mhm.
So for me, there it was just kind of just like there wasn't anything else to do.
Yeah.
I have a very fun statistic that I've never beaten a new hardest that is not in the top 50 ever since I beat a hard demon.
What? No, that's actually
So
a crazy statistic.
there was never any option of not playing high level because the high level evolved alongside me playing as well,
Mhm.
right? Because like I was beating like my first few demons were back in the day when the number one player in GD had like 700 stars. So like,
Yeah.
the being a high-end player was just kind of like playing the game casually at that point, but you had a little bit more passion to put into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got back into the game, it was like, oh, I was good on my phone, so surely I can beat Cataclysm. I beat Cataclysm in 3 days after not playing the game for like 2 years when I got my computer. So there was never an option for not playing high level.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was
Always
just kind of
good.
like, I started early enough to where just the high level evolved alongside my playing as well.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So I was never inspired to be a good player. I just kind of like happened to play the game enough, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And then as like the 2020s came around and I was like getting back into content and making videos again, uh, I knew a bunch of people who've been playing the game for a long time. So I naturally wanted to be as good as them because that's fun, right? It's fun
Yeah.
to race people and play alongside people who are equally as good or better than you. So I don't know. There was never anything that specifically motivated me. It was just kind of like, I think I'm just like intrinsically motivated for GD in terms of like, I like the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So playing at a high level just kind of like the only option, basically.
Respect.
I should not have 40 creative bones, bro. I have not a single creative bone in my body.
Yeah, I was wondering because I've only seen about like 2 levels from you, to be honest. I've seen To the Stars, I think it's called, right?
Yeah,
And To the Stars
and
too.
time pressure.
Time Pressure. Yeah, that
But
too.
time pressure is in the map pack, so that's like the one I always assume
Oh,
everyone knows.
yeah, that one too. Yeah, I forgot about Time
Uh,
Pressure.
I don't know. To the Stars is kind of fraud, honestly. I don't know why that level's as known as it is. I think it's just because of To the Stars too. I'm gonna be real,
Yeah.
because that level is like almost. It's like a, hey, can I copy your homework to a level called Glittering by oh shit, what's his name again? Simg, Lunar Simg. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
I just kind of like looked at his level and I was like, wait, that's so cool because he did all the like spike structures that like made into like cool shapes and stuff, and I was like, I want to do that as well. And then I just made the same level in a different font, basically. So Shadows Glittering by Lunar Sim, that level's fire. It was one of my favorite levels in the entire game for ages. Banger
Heck yeah.
level.
Heck yeah. Inspired a really cool series. Well, I mean, I guess I'll ask this early. Is there gonna be a Through the Stars 3?
Probably not. I'm working on a level now with like my hand issues and stuff, and that's like completely unrelated to it. But I don't know. I find the editor very difficult, and I find expressing myself creatively with the editor is very hard. I find it much easier to express myself creatively through writing and speaking, which is why I ended up with making YouTube videos and stuff,
Yeah.
because I think it's much easier to express myself vocally rather than making some really dope shit, if that makes sense. So I don't think so. But then again, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. I never thought I was gonna make another level ever again, and then my hands were like, "Hey, we're just gonna not work for a little while. Figure something out." And then I was like, "Sure, I can try and make a level again. Why not?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of just like go with the flow. That's how I've always functioned.
Didn't Wushi had the same issue where like he had hand issues and he started creating after, like soon after he quit?
I'm not 100% sure. I know Wushi stopped playing for a long time because of hand issues, but that's like everyone over the age of 20 at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, hard to say.
Yeah. I remember I saw him
I
like
don't
have
remember exactly though.
He had a small little arc, I remember. I don't know if he actually published a level or not, but I saw it happen right after he quit. But yeah, I mean, shoot, creating is so hard, to be honest, bro.
Dude, it is. I have so much respect for it. I can't do it myself. Not a chance.
It's literally impossible. Creators out there, you guys are like literally what make the game.
The goats.
You know, you literally make the game. Like straight up, you guys are the reason the game's existent. Like YouTubers, yeah, sure. But without you guys, YouTubers wouldn't be able to do nothing at all. Most people at least.
It's like the Holy Trinity. You need the players, you need the content creators, and you best believe you need the creators as well.
They're literally the backbone.
You can't have the other without having one of them. You need all three for it to be functional, basically.
Exactly. You creators out there, every creator out there, I appreciate you very much so. Everyone appreciates you. As you know, you probably don't get enough credit for it, but you guys are doing great things. You're saving the game genuinely.
For sure.
So back in the day when you were competing, let's say, I don't know if you were actually competing against Riot, but back in the day when you're like on, you know, your top play grind, do you regret, sorry, not do you regret, sorry. Do you think you could have overtaken Riot back in the day?
I don't know. I feel like we were fairly even.
Hmm.
Riot has at least told me. I don't know if he's told anyone publicly, but he did use me as kind of like inspiration to get better, and I feel like he would have gotten better and better. I think the main thing that held me back though was that I just couldn't afford a computer.
Yeah.
I didn't have my first computer until 2017 when I started making content initially.
Hmm.
So it's hard to say. Like the reason why I quit in the first place was because I could not keep up with playing because I was stuck on phone while everyone else was hopping over to Steam to play hard levels.
Yeah.
And like as levels kept coming out that were like slightly harder and harder, I was like, damn, I'm kind of a chud noob. I should stop. I don't know. I don't really ever consider like what could have been. I feel like the what could have been is kind of like a moot point of like daydreaming almost.
Hmm.
I'm not particularly engrossed in my own like past other than the things that I can take from it and like learn basically.
Yeah, I respect that.
Maybe I could have kept up, maybe I couldn't have. It's kind of a boring answer, but it's like
I respect that.
I don't think I'm inherently competitive enough to would have cared
Hmm. I
because
respect
I
that.
enjoy the act of getting better for myself. I did Taekwondo for very many years, and I was highly competitive in that. But I wasn't highly competitive because I wanted to be the best. I was highly competitive because I enjoyed the mastery that it gave me. And I
Hmm.
feel like it's very similar with GD, where I don't necessarily want to be better than anyone else as much as I just enjoy the feeling of control and mastery over my own abilities, if that makes sense.
Yeah, respect.
So I don't think I would have had any motivation to be better or like surpass Riot in that way as much as I just would have wanted to be as good as I possibly could have been for myself.
Got you.
Because that's
Yeah.
just kind of how I've always functioned. That's why I've never like gone for top one, even though I've been in the range to do that like a billion times.
Yeah. It'd be crazy to see you do it, but yeah, that's respectable. Honestly, there's comes so much glory with beating levels like that as well. Surprised you're not trying like to go for them when you're this good at the game. Honestly, yeah, I respect that.
I don't know. I feel like for me, it's I don't crave validation.
Hmm.
It's kind of like one of those maybe human responses that a lot of people crave that I just kind of like never cared much for. It was the same in school as well. People would like talk about their grades and what they were doing, and I've always been like a good student. I've always had like high grades, but I would never talk about it. I would just feel good about myself that I managed to perform better than I thought I was going to, and that was what mattered to me personally.
Respect. Yeah, that's honestly a really good trait to have. Like not having like an inflated ego about certain things. It's really good because I see a lot of players and people in general nowadays just like gloating about this, and that, and that, and that. It's good to stay humble about stuff.
Yeah,
And
it's
just
the same
caring
thing
about
about like the
yourself.
GD awards, for instance, if that can
Hmm.
be used in it as an example. I've never like rallied behind. I think I did the first year because it was really cool,
Yeah.
but like after the first year, I've never like rallied for like people to vote for me or nominate me or whatever. I just kind of like let people do their own thing.
Yeah.
One of the
Exactly.
years one of the years I got nominated, I was like, vote for Zeronium. He does a better job than I do because I wasn't really happy with what I was doing with my streams at the time. So I was like, vote Zeronium instead, please, thanks. He's a good streamer. He deserves it.
Did you get nominated that year as well, or no?
It was the first year he got nominated. I'm pretty sure.
Heck yeah, bro. Nice. You both definitely deserve it. You guys are great at what you guys do. I want to
He's
piggyback.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, for sure. Love Zeronium. But to piggyback on the question, like I was asking, like earlier,
Hmm.
I interviewed Sandstorm I think it was last week. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
asked
I
him.
haven't watched all of it, but I saw a decent chunk of it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I asked him like a similar question about like him possibly being better than Riot. He gave a very very similar response to you about like hardware. He was like literally, if he had what the same hardware Riot had, he would have been blowing him out the water. Basically, I'm like I think it's an interesting perspective and everything. I mean, I see
Yeah,
what he
because he
did
was
with.
playing on a MacBook, right?
Yeah, he was playing on the worst
Yeah.
stuff ever, bro. Like, and he had like no time to play either because his parents didn't want him on it. Like,
Yeah.
imagine a reality. I mean, no disrespect to Riot, that guy's a goat, like genuinely. But like, I really wonder what would happen if Sandstorm like you had better hardware at that time. That'd be a really really
It's a
big combo.
funny like hypothetical to think about because there's so many like different things that could have happened. Like I think about Gearon as well.
Oh
Gearon I think
yeah.
would have been incredible if they had anything better than like 60 hertz at the time.
Mhm.
There's like a lot of things that like could have would have situation like if for instance Mabby decided
Oh
to continue
yes.
playing when he was grinding because he was one of the earlier adapters of 144 hertz as well, and he
Mhm.
just kind of like got 70% on Bloodbath like really quickly after the level came out, and they just dipped because he was like, I don't care,
Yeah, it's like
not
Mafui.
bothered. No, Mabby 01.
No, so yeah, I know. I was saying like just like Mafui did, like he got 90 and
Oh
Sonic
yeah,
Wave.
yeah, pretty
But yeah,
much.
Mavi did Mavi do anything else back in the day other than that?
No, he's
Dude.
in Flap. He's in the Geostorm collab Flap, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Uh, he's still well, he's not around. I hang out with him a good chunk. We meet up a couple times a year.
Oh, awesome,
Uh,
bro.
because we're just good friends.
Mhm.
Uh, so he's like he knows GD stuff out of in like proxy to the fact that he knows GD people,
Mhm.
but like he hasn't done fuck all for like a decade, bro.
I mean, respect, bro. We ended off pretty good. I mean, being Bloodbath back in the day, about to be the first victor, kind of crazy.
Yeah, he just kind of like made progress immediately, and then was like, "That's fine. I'm happy with that."
Yeah, that's cool. All right, bye game. Possibly
Yeah,
being one of
that's
the best players
literally all I
too.
did.
That's
It's really
insane.
funny in hindsight.
That's wild, bro. So, at any point back in the day, have you ever considered yourself to be one of the best player in Geometry Dash?
Not really, but I also like kind of don't think about it as like we didn't try to bother comparing. I think if I look back on like how it was, I think Lunar Sim is like by far the best player from like pre-Steam.
Really? What did
Yeah,
Lunar
Lunar
Sim
Sim was
do?
insane. Everything. He beat like every level ever basically, and he's like proven legitimate as well. Like when I released Two of the Stars, for instance, that was like a big deal.
Mhm.
Everyone was like, "Dude, this level was so hard." And then I don't know if the comment is still there. I kind of highly doubt it is, but he left a comment. This level was decently hard. I beat it in 700 attempts. Like he was just built different. I'm also, I saw in the riot portion about how Wreckage was the first victor of Deadly Clubstep,
Mhm.
but I do actually think there is a non-zero chance Lunar Simic was first, and by a lot as well.
Really?
Because he was just insane. He's like one of those Korean players from back in the day that were like actually legitimate, unlike most others.
Mhm.
Uh, but I think Lunar Sim is like the unsung hero of like pre-Steam because he was nuts, bro. Like all the like Simic Factorial levels as well. They're known for being like the worst hard demons ever.
Mhm.
They were so ahead of their time, bro. And he verified all of that stuff legitimate. He had proof. He had like the recordings of it to like prove that it was done legitimate. And he was just him, dude. I
Yeah.
don't think I could have ever considered myself the best player strictly because of the fact that Lunar Sim existed.
This kind of
I could have
crazy.
been the second best,
Yeah,
but
that's
I
still
was
pretty
never
good.
better than he was. He was insane.
Lunar Sim. I've actually never heard of this person. I'm an
He
OG.
was, I think he was number one star grinder for a little bit, but that was before Sari came in and sniped him as the hacker.
Oh.
But he's one of those people who played from like 1.0 to like 1.8, 1.9. He was
Mhm.
maybe around a little bit for 1.9 and then just disappeared. But he was nuts. He was crazy.
Good
If you
for him.
ask anyone from like the early days, they're probably gonna answer Lunar Sim was crazy. He made some of the hardest levels. He legitimately beat some of the hardest things as well. He was one of the people who I think he's mentioned in the Stormfly video because he was one of the people who questioned Son for the Hell series as well.
Wow.
Probably because he had enough of a massive cock to be like, yeah, there's no way you beat this legitimate. I can't do it, therefore you can't do it.
Hey, respect that, dude. I never knew about this guy. Is this
No,
like
he's crazy. He
unknown
has a
GD
good amount of
bars?
rated levels as well.
Really, dude? How
Yeah,
did
I'll
I
check
know
GD
about
browser
this?
real quick.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm looking up on Google. I'm not seeing too much. It's like Fake a Doom.
Yeah, he's the creator of Fake Doom as well. He has 30 creator points. Like a bunch of his like old stuff is like super ahead of his time. He's the same guy that made Glittering,
Oh,
the
okay.
level that inspired To the Stars.
Okay, I can look at that right now. Actually, this is the third thing that came up on my Google. Let's see this. Oh yeah, this look
Yeah,
okay. This looks a
he
lot
was
like it.
insane.
This looks a lot like the stars. I see what you mean by the inspiration.
Yeah,
Okay,
one
got
of the
you.
unsung heroes of early GD, in my opinion.
Genuinely, yeah. This is kind of bad. I've never heard it. I have a lot of ball knowledge with
Yeah.
GD. I did not know about Lunar Sing. Thank you for
So
telling me
to
about that.
circle back on your question of whether or not I ever consider myself the best, no, Lunar Sim existed.
Yeah, the goat, like genuinely the goat of all time. Wow, that's wild. Oh shoot! Shout out Lunar Sing. If you ever come back, please. That'd be crazy.
That would
Um,
be so cool.
that'd be awesome, bro. I mean, every pro player is coming back to the game nowadays. Like
Everyone
Riot's-
would just call him Unk though, because I'm pretty sure he was a couple years older than I am, and I'm already called Unk. So like,
How old are you?
26, born in 2000.
Okay, that's not too old. I'm 23, so okay, yeah, he'd probably be called like a super. He'd probably be called like
Yeah, I think he was born in 98 or 97.
yeah, he'd be called like he's almost
Yeah.
30.
Pushing it at least.
Shoot, bro, pushing 30. I mean, how old is Eric? I forgot. Isn't he?
30. He's turning 39, or he turned 39.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, because he's 7 years younger than my mom, which is stupid to think about.
That's insane. That is really.
That's how I
crazy
remember.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to here. I don't know why or how, but I don't have the donation thing on this tab on OBS for some reason. Sorry for people watching, but the what's it called? The charity stream thing
Oh,
that's playing
yeah,
for
yeah.
my thing.
You want me to tell you how to fix it?
It comes by so fast now. I'm
It
so thankful.
does, yeah.
It's awesome.
That's how I
love
feel
it.
with streams these days. Is like I stream normally like 4 hours every day, and it's like I'll look over. It feels like it's so short because I record in 30-minute intervals. So when I go from zero, I always record locally, and I do 30 minutes at a time, just like not fill up space because I recorded like 50K,
Yeah.
50K bit rate. So it eats
Jeez,
space.
bro.
So to avoid having like a 3-hour raw, I do 30 minutes, and I feel like I look over it and it's like you've been recording for 27 minutes, like all the time. It's like damn, already? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's real.
So swift. It's nuts.
It's weird how fast time goes when you're having like so much fun and shit, bro. Genuinely.
Yeah, it's awful. I hate it.
Yeah, it's terrible when you're at work.
I
Though,
end stream and I'm like, shit, I have to go to bed in like 4 hours. What am I gonna do now?
Exactly, bro.
It's like my day is away. It's gone. What happened?
Literally,
I have
bro.
like 5 more things I want to do today. Hello?
Well, all gone today. They're all done for.
Yeah.
But to go back like later, like not later. What the hell am I saying? Earlier in the in the days, how did it feel to get a 2 attempt practice on a deadly club step?
It's hard to remember that far back, but I feel like I was like partially distraught a little bit because people weren't used to taking a lot of attempts these days. Like if that were today, I would be like, damn, I'll have it soon. But like back then, it was like, I think the biggest gut punch was that the first jump, the death I had was the first triple spike. So I technically did the whole level. Like by today's standards, people would be like, yeah, that's you beat the level. But because every play didn't function with practice mode, so I couldn't really like claim it as legit because I didn't have the recording or anything. So I was kind of like, the reason why I didn't end up beating it was because I was just like, man, I wasted my one try, and I didn't have the heart back then to keep going, which is kind of cringe in all honesty, because now I always preach like, oh, but you're so close, why would you stop?
Yeah.
Right? Back then I was like, damn, that was kind of cringe. I guess I'll never play the level again, and then I beat it like 5 years later.
Yeah. You still beat it though. That's a good
like,
thing.
Yeah, taking a lot of attempts back then was like a foreign concept. Like if you were spending like 500 attempts on a level, that was like dedication.
Oh, wow.
And Riot and I think put in like 15K each.
Oh, good lord.
On mobile. So we were like we were putting in the work for that one. Because mobile was very different. This was back when it was like you had like 25 or 30 hertz mobile screens with like massive amounts of delay because just screens weren't that developed yet. So it was a very different playing field altogether. So like taking a lot of attempts was very different. Like when I verified to the stars, for instance, I was like 2,500 attempts or whatever, and that was like considered a ton, right? like I literally titled it "uber hard level" because taking over 2,000 attempts on anything was like a fucking foreign language, basically.
Yeah.
So spending 10K plus on something was like no one had ever done that, pretty much, unless they were a psycho.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Psycho. Now 15K is like nothing though, so times change, I suppose.
It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I have a kind of a skill issue with practicing. I'll get like 15K in like a few days, like only a few hours of practicing. It's kind of crazy. Me personally.
Yeah, I'm a bad attempt taker. I take a lot of attempts on everything. I make jokes about it all the time. I'm like I'm working on a new video right now about like the lessons of GD. Things that GD has taught me personally, and like that I'm gonna take with me throughout my life. And I make a joke about patience is an easy thing to do when every level you play take 30,000 attempts. So like,
yeah, it's actually a good lesson. I'm excited for that video. When is it dropping?
I want to have it this month, but I'm kind of at the mercy of the weather because I want to do some outside shots.
Okay.
So it depends on if it's sunny or not. If it's sunny, I'm hopefully that it's going to be done this month. If not, it's probably going to be early August.
Heck yeah, bro. It's exciting to hear. Yeah, I've been loving your new content, like content you've been putting out. Like you're not gonna be the next Zoink. That video was so
Yeah,
good, bro.
thank you. I wanna, I want to keep the passion up for like just talking about GD and speaking about things that I find fascinating.
Mhm.
Because that's what I like doing. I'm very good at, I find a lot of enjoyment in just talking about things I like. So
Oh, for sure, 100%, bro.
why not make it into a video?
Hmm. Yeah, I really like the way you do it as well. Like when you do the, in real life POV shots as well as like GD shots as well as this kind of different framing. I love that kind of stuff. Like I've kind of taken inspiration in the
Yeah.
future. I'm gonna get a camera and do some stuff
Oh,
like that
thank
too.
you.
'Cause I really like that idea a lot. That's the only kind of YouTube I watch, honestly. Like people that do this kind of thing is like I think it's so much more engaging and so much more interesting.
I think so too. The shots that I've planned for the new video that I'm working on are more related to the thing that I'm actually talking about.
Mhm.
So I think it's going to be a pretty sizable step up in terms of like quality and
Heck yeah.
framing. So I think it's going to be really cool.
Looking forward to it, man.
I think it's
So
going to make the swing video look kind of like lame, actually. That's the goal, at least.
hey, that's gonna be awesome because everyone loves that video to death. So hey, you better have a nomination coming up. YouTube video.
Maybe. If I'm going to get a nomination for best video, it's going to be the 12 Demons of Christmas video. Holy, that video is going to be nuts.
You already know it?
I'm planning it, and I'm like storyboarding everything that I want done for it. The
Okay.
next step is to convince everyone involved that this is a good idea.
Oh God, I seen a question actually. I didn't include it. It was about why'd you ruin the 12 Demons of Christmas with whatever level you did last year? I forgot what it was.
I just wanted to be funny.
What level was it?
YKDS 1479 YMDPPR.
I see why they said that, bro. What is that, bro? I didn't remember
Yeah.
it like that. What?
Because I had to sing the song 15,000 times to get it right. It was also like a running bit on stream when people asked me like, "Aeon, what the fuck is this?" And I had to just say the name.
Dude.
It made for a lot of funny stuff though. I really enjoyed how the people made their song versions. Like Nathan Nepesta did for his song. He said, "Aeon, delete your channel," instead of the name, and I thought that was really funny.
That's awesome.
And then
Good
people
stuff,
like
dude.
technical as well decided to like speed it up entirely. So he just kind of like said it slowly and just like matched like BPM matched the speed for the song to like avoid singing it in one take, and it was really good.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. I gotta go see that then. I didn't see that last year's then. Dang. I missed out. Very much missed out. Okay.
You did. So I would have won up that though this year. So for this year, I'm gonna pull out the big guns
Oh God.
because I'm so uncertain of where I'm gonna be with GD in like a couple years time. I want to just kind of like every insane stupid fucking idea I have, I want to just kind of like put to the board and try and realize before I'm uncertain of whether or not I'm gonna be able to make it in the future.
I respect that a lot. Very much respect that. Live with no regrets. Shoot, are you gonna go for limbo ooh, I guess, or something, bro?
Person Human 42 did that, and Nathan's song followed because he was the next level after me, so everyone had to sing that. So Nathan said, "Aeon, delete your channel," and Person Human 42 level, and then kept singing it. Made it way funnier. It's really good. You should watch just every intro for the 12 Days of Christmas of 2025, just because the song is really funny.
Okay. Who was the last one? Eric, I assume.
Eric is always last, yeah.
Okay. I'll have to go check that one out. That's exciting, bro. Oh my gosh. Yo, good lord, this year's gonna be crazy too. There's so many more levels, coming out
Yeah.
with interesting names.
And I think if one person in me wants to like go all in, balls to the wall with his 12 Days of Christmas to make it like truly special,
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be contagious to everyone else, and all the other people are gonna be willing to go the extra mile to make it more so a huge event rather than just 12 people or 11 people dropping 11 individual videos that are like loosely related, right?
Hmm.
So I think it's gonna inspire other people that are involved with the EVW 12 Days of Christmas to like kind of just go all in, kind of go nuts.
Heck yeah.
Just because they know that if one person is willing to put in the extra work to make something truly special, then you don't want to be left behind, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Agreed. Honestly, to be honest, my favorite 12 Themes of Christmas video is definitely Nepes' Oblivion completion. That video is so special, bro. That was
Yeah,
so
that one's hype.
that one's so
It was
good.
such a stressful one on
Yeah.
his end. So it was really exciting to be part of the roller coaster, especially before he like revealed anything, because
Mhm.
he couldn't talk about it publicly, right?
Yeah.
So just like seeing all the progress and seeing the insanity that was his runs was unbelievable.
Oh, I bet, bro. That was probably ridiculous to see. That was such a good story. I love that. Oh, I forgot it didn't
Yeah.
make it onto the video, but yeah, that was still such a crazy good story. That was my favorite. I think it's my favorite Nepesta video of all time because of
Yeah,
that.
that's my favorite. That's one of the things I've grown to like really love and appreciate with the new wave of GD content, especially with like Vortrox and I also want to shout out Brody because I think
Oh
Brody does it
yeah,
really well,
agreed.
where they don't frame their videos as like uh the level anymore. They frame it as like a storyline. Like I think the 100 Days of Extreme Demons that Vortrox did is fantastic because it
Oh
frames
yeah.
a story
Mhm.
and what each level means to the story itself. And I think that's part of what I'm taking inspiration from when it comes to like my newer stuff is that I want to like have like an underlying story and underlying messaging to make it more so than just a GD video, right? And I
Mhm.
think Brody's stuff does that very, very well, where he like kind of integrates a lot of different things, a lot of storytelling, a lot of like highlights and stuff to like make the video more than just I beat Aku. Here's what happened before it, right?
Mhm.
And I think that's hype. I think that's awesome. I really like how people are integrating more so personal stories behind it. It's the same way EVW does his completions now, where it just kind of like talks about the levels and talks about his experience with it and like the surrounding bits.
Mhm.
So it's more than just the level in the vacuum. It's also a look into the person's life and experience in that moment, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I love it so much. We're in a great era of GD content nowadays. I
Yeah,
love it.
100%.
So I want to go back into the questions about you. Sorry, I thought my OBS crashed or something. My bad. I'll go back to the questions about you and your old career, like your,
Mhm.
original playing career. Do you feel like your career has gone underappreciated?
No, I've had a very successful career. I've done a ton of stuff that I'm super proud of. I don't think there's anything that I could feel like has gone underappreciated because at the end of the day, I've accomplished and done so many awesome, incredible things that if I were to feel like it's gone underappreciated,
Mhm.
uh, I feel like that would be an underlying issue in my own self-worth and my own view of myself, if anything.
Respect, honestly. Yeah.
Because I've done a ton of stuff that is so fucking cool that I feel like I would just be greedy, if anything, if I wanted people to care more.
Yeah. Honestly, I understand that. I understand that a tiny bit. Yeah. I mean, you've done a lot though. I don't think people talk
I
about it
have,
enough.
but that's a result of me being around for a long time and being privileged enough to like have like a front-facing community figure status, right?
That is true. Yeah.
I've been able to do things because of that. Like Vortrox, when he was reacting to the Space UK thing yesterday on stream,
Mhm.
he pulled up his GD Wiki thing,
Mhm. Oh
and
yeah.
I was like, oh, I haven't checked mine in a while. I wonder what it says. And it's like something that reminded me of how lucky I have been to be as front facing as I have been is that I scrolled down to like the trivia thing that he was talking about his own, and it still said that I hold the world record for most amount of demons beaten in a month, and I was like, my record got beaten the next month, bro.
Yeah.
Someone else beat my record literally the following month. They started February 1st. I ended January 31st.
Mhm.
So like
Jeez,
that's
bro.
not a world record anymore. That shit was beaten within 28 days.
That is
So
ridiculous. Jeez.
so
Yeah, the wiki's kind of out of
so
date.
it makes me feel uh like that person's story wasn't appreciated. Like they went ahead and beat my record immediately afterwards and like
Yeah.
no one cared. So the fact that people care about the things that I do to begin with is already like a very privileged position to be in because
Mhm.
people do so many things these days, right? Like there are so many people who are so incredibly talented either as players, creators, grinders, whatever, that doesn't get that spotlight. And I'm here kind of just like a well, I am very very much above average. I am a fantastic player,
Mhm.
but I'm also not even remotely close to being top of the pile. Like I've back when I was still on pointercrate, for instance, I was fighting tooth and nail to be in within the top 100,
Mhm.
which still incredible achievement to be within the top 100 at any point ever. But like my story is significantly more well known than like 90 other people who are in the were in the top 100 that weren't also like the best players and people cared about what they were doing, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure. I respect that answer a lot. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I've seen a lot you've done. I just don't know. I don't think it's as appreciated as a little bit of goodness gracious as others. I feel like, what am I trying to say? I'm running blank. Sorry. I had a counter argument. I can't even think of what the hell I was going to say originally.
No, I think I understand. I think I can extrapolate what you're trying to say in the sense that I've done so much that it should be appreciated more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it also kind of like boils down to my own philosophies of that I mentioned earlier with I kind of like enjoy it and appreciate the things that I have instead of look at the things that I could have had.
Yeah.
Like even if I had gained more appreciation for the things I have done, I don't think that would have changed anything. I don't think there would be anything more to it other than a few more people who are like, oh, you're known for this thing, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I've accomplished so much and I take so much gratitude to the things that I have accomplished that for me, trying to look the other way and being like, people should have appreciated this thing more or that thing more kind of comes from a sense of I don't gain anything personally from thinking this way. I should just appreciate the things that I have gotten. And that's what I do.
Respect. I very much
so it is a personal philosophy thing as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Very, very much so. That's me. Okay, so let's just get back to the next question though. Since you're like a really OG player and you've been playing for so long, what is your favorite era in GD?
I think right now, bro, I'm gonna be so real. There's always gonna be the rose-tinted glasses of like the early 2020s, like when COVID started, because that was when me and like my friends had this like breakthrough content era thing that kind of like rejuvenated GD content in a way. And I have a lot of like fondness for like the 2017 EVW races and so on. And meeting all of my longtime friends in like 2014, 15. But I would be lying if I just didn't say now.
Yeah.
I think there's such an infinite amount of incredibly talented people. There's always more things to do. There's always going to be a new corner of the community that you can find, that you will find your home in. I know a lot of people complain about like drama and so on and so forth, but it's like if you're in a constant bout of like drama within the GD community, I feel like you're just kind of like staying in the wrong place. Yeah. Because I don't see shit of it. The only reason I spot drama is people asking me about what I think about it. I'm like, what's that about? I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
So I think now is the best era in the sense that there's just so many things to do and so many places for so many different people. There was no like challenge community back in like 2016, 2014, 15, right? The impossible levels list, you could do that. You could be a platform player. You can create. There's like a billion different servers for different things that you can do. I would be lying if I didn't say that I think now is the best era because everyone can fit in a different place if they want to. You just have to like find it.
Exactly. And I feel like most of these just drama and everything happening nowadays, like there's different areas for different people, and I feel like Twitter is a good place for a lot of people that want to just stir up shit. Literally I log on to Twitter just to post questions for interviews and go off instantly. If I go over there for more than 2 minutes, my day's ruined. Like genuinely, it's like already done for. It's like, dude, it's so negative there.
I don't have a Twitter for a reason.
Yeah, I respect that. You're saving yourself from so much.
Yeah, I'm not content pilled enough to bother with all the social media, so I just kind of like stream and stay in my little like corner of the GD community, and that's pretty much all I do.
Respect.
I don't feel like engaging with the people that give me nothing, and I give them nothing.
Respect, honestly. That's honestly a smart idea of doing that because goodness gracious, you say one wrong thing, bro, you're automatically this person. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say the name because YouTube, but yeah, bro. Like goodness gracious, it's like not that deep most of the time. Most of the time, it's not that deep. Sometimes it is, but yeah, I mean, like if I get what you mean though, like there's literally a place for every single person. Like I make a bunch of shorts on like unique niche. What in the fuck? Sorry. Thank you, bro.
That day comes around.
It's tomorrow. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Oh, tomorrow. Hell yeah.
Heck yeah, bro. We're going down and going swimming. I got her.
Oh, that sounds so nice. I've been meaning to hit up the pool soon because I had like a really random urge to go swimming for some reason.
Yes.
I never swim, but I was like, that sounds kind of nice.
No, it's so nice. It's the best thing ever. Swimming is so freaking fun. Definitely like
Yeah,
one
and
of
it's
the
really good
funnest.
exercise as well.
Exactly. If you do laps, it's the most fun thing ever. Even like doing flips,
Yeah.
bro. Like doing flips is super fun in the pool. Like when I was skinnier,
Oh,
I was
for
doing a
sure.
bunch of flips, but nowadays I'm scared I'm gonna break my neck trying to do them.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing when I was doing Taekwondo. I was one of the like the people who would go around to like schools and like try and recruit people. So we
Mhm,
used to do like show Taekwondo, which is just kind of like flexing the fact that we could jump high and kick high,
mhm.
and like do like a bunch of like flips and high kicks and stuff like that. And it was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It's a shame I couldn't do Taekwondo much more because I moved a little bit further north for a period of time, and I
Mhm.
just couldn't do it because there were no like places to train. Uh, One of the things I'm looking forward to the day I have to like, or have to, the day I'll stop doing GD and YouTube and stuff is that I can pick back up Taekwondo, and I'm looking forward to it. It's one of the few things I'm looking forward to when I have to stop playing the game.
That's awesome. Heck yeah. That must be so fun, bro. I've tried to get into it before, but I've kind of like it's kind of expensive. It's really expensive.
Yeah, it is. I have all the equipment already, so I don't have to like pay a lot of money for it. It's
Oh,
just the
nice.
payment for
Membership.
being part of the member, like paying the membership. That's pretty much all I have to do
Got you.
because I have
Okay.
everything else already.
Yeah, respect that. That sounds a lot of fun. It's kind of like what I am with baseball, bro. Like back in the day, I used to play a bunch of baseball. I really did
Mm.
not like it, but nowadays I'm like looking back and I'm like, what am I doing, bro? That would be so fun right now, but I don't have a group of friends that want to play it, and I have the equipment, but no one wants to play that shit because they don't want to do that. They don't want to go outside and have fun on baseball. Like, dude, come on, just please. It's gonna be so good.
Uh, do you have an app called Yodel in America?
Yodel, I never heard of that in my life.
It's like an anonymous like messaging board app that's fairly common here in Norway, where people could kind of like just post things, or like you could also post it on Facebook, I suppose, or Instagram or whatever, and get local people to see it. But like there was like a period of time when people would just kind of like post on Yodel who didn't have anyone to meet up with and just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be doing this thing at this time. Anyone who wants to join in can just pop in and join."
That
And
sounds
it's like an
really
18 plus app, so you would just be like adults that would come around. It was used by a lot of students, for instance.
That sounds really cool. I'm looking at the reviews. I'm looking at the App Store right now for it on my PC. I guess it's better down where you're at because I'm looking at it and
Probably.
it has a
It was
1.7
one of
star.
those things that was, yeah, it was very popular before. I don't know if the app has like changed a lot, but because I'm talking about it from like a perspective of this was popular back in like 2018, 19.
Yeah, this makes sense.
But there was a lot of like funny shit that was posted on it, and when if people were like, "Hey, I want to just meet new people," it was a good way to be like, "I'm gonna go play baseball or play basketball at this place. If anyone wants to come hang out,
That sounds
tap
really
in."
fun. Yeah, back when people actually
Kind of
wanted to hang
scary
out.
to post for or anonymously for people to join in on something. Now that I think about it, but like
Yeah, that's like.
Norway's a very different culture and place. To be fair,
Exactly,
we're
dude.
the country that leaves our babies outside in the cold.
That's insane. Yeah, you guys have it a lot safer, I guess. Yeah, down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no chance. I'm not going outside in the
Like,
nighttime, kind of thing.
I think we're still we're top five for sure. I don't know if you're still the safest country. We were for a period. I don't know if you still are.
Like, yeah, congrats. It's good.
My friends, I travel to into like Central Europe a good chunk, a few times a year for like friends that I know through GD and the internet to like do like music festivals and so on.
Hmm.
And it's always like the first few times I went, it was always like kind of a culture shock because I never feel that like fear or discomfort walking through like the streets at night. Same thing when I went and met like Zeronium and guys for the for TwitchCon earlier this year.
Yeah.
They were like pointing out like, hey, this area is very shady at night. Don't go here. I'm like, why? This looks like a normal neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like I don't have I don't think I have that like receptor in my brain that says danger, danger. This place will get you shanked if you walk at night because that just doesn't happen where I live.
Yeah. That's really nice.
So yeah, very different existence living in a country where it's just kind of like you never really feel unsafe,
Yeah. Well,
which is a privilege I take very much at heart now that I've experienced a lot more places.
Yeah. You know, it sucks. Like down where I used to live a little like an hour away from here. I'm living in the country now, so I don't want to be around people that are gonna, hurt me. If I'm gonna raise a family eventually, I want to settle down in a place where I feel my family would be comfortable. Because I swear to you, I'd be walking down where I was originally, and I would be scared for my life in the daytime, just walking. It is bad. It is horrible.
That's really bad.
Like I was going to my friend's house one time, and I'm gonna be honest, he doesn't live in the best neighborhood. He has a he lives in the hood. You know, he has the shoe tied up on the telephone poles. It's like the worst kind of area. You know, they're selling the worst stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was driving down there, and I dropped them off I was about to go to the gym with my friends. Go to the stop sign, and it's such an easy path. Like literally, this is the turn. I'm right here. You know, there's a stop sign. Some guy comes in and just rams into me at it's a neighborhood.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's wild.
He keeps going, and apparently I found out my friend's uncle, I think it was, knows about the guy, and he was on the H word. You know what I mean? While he was doing that, and he sells it. He didn't stop, and that's
nuts.
There's cameras in that neighborhood, and the cops were waving at the people there. There was no case. There's nothing. No one cared. I had to pay for all of my stuff, and it was just, dude, like, come on, man. There's corruption.
Yeah, that's just so foreign to me. Like, I was the kind of kid who, when I was a lot younger, like pre-2022 probably, I was the kind of kid who was like, I would just kind of like go on walks in the middle of the night because I was like, I can't sleep, I'm bored, I want to just like breathe in some fresh air and just kind of like think for myself. So I'd like put on headphones and walk around at night at like 3-4 a.m. just not minding anything. Just like doing my own thing.
Putting headphones on too, bro. You live in
yeah, I've never felt unsafe walking around
amazing.
at night where I live.
That sounds amazing, bro. I love going outside at night. Dude, the one time I went on my mom got COVID before, and I went down to his house for a while, like for like a week or so, and we decided to go night bike riding, which is the most fun thing I've ever done, dude. The scenery really at fun. Night, it's so cool. But we almost got killed that night.
There's something serene and like tranquil about nighttime. I couldn't imagine living in a place where I wouldn't feel safe just going out at night if I felt like going outside at night. Like that seems like the worst trade-off ever. I would just, like, I know it's very privileged to say and utter these words, but I would just straight up try and figure out a way to move away to a place where I could do that, because it's such an integral part of like me at this point, whereas like I don't do it very much anymore. That's just kind of like I've found my footing in life pretty much. But like I would just kind of like walk outside at night just to like have time to think about things.
Yeah.
And just like not philosophize, that's wrong to say, but like think about what I was doing and think about what things meant to me, just to like ease myself, you know, like all the stress and all the panic of existence basically when you're a teenager. And just kind of like figure these things out. So I would just kind of like walk around at night. Like I would just like go on like a hike basically. Like I could go into the forest if I felt like it.
Yeah, that's
because I had like a forest like right upstream basically.
That's amazing. That's not trying to say like in a rude way, but that sounds so privileged.
It is. That's like everyone keeps telling me, Aeon, where do you want, like, where would you live if you could live another place? And I'm like, I could move to another place if I want to. I just don't want to give up the things I have in Norway.
Yeah,
it's a nice place. It's a nice fucking place.
Is the what's the word? Is the economy good down there?
Yeah, because we have a very nationalized and like semi-private economy that kind of like benefits the people.
I need to move immediately. Like bro, that sounds so
Norway
good.
was really history lesson. Norway was very, very early on nationalizing pretty much everything. The reason why the oil in Norway is completely owned by the state is because of an early law from the early 1900s, late 1800s, where a company called Hydro wanted to like start generating like hydropower, because Norway is very much reliant on hydropower, as in water. And they were like, the water that is used to generate this energy is the resources and the natural resources of the country of Norway, and therefore should be owned by the people. So they wrote that into the constitution basically. So anything of natural resource is Norwegian owned. We like loan out oil reserves to companies, but that was basically used to build the platforms. Within like 5 years, Norway takes all of it. So Norway is very much like, if it's from the land, the people own it.
Gotcha.
So we have a very stable economy in that way. Obviously, things go up and down at times, but we aren't as affected by the global economy in that sense because we're very self-sufficient.
That's amazing. That sounds like a very, very nice place to be, bro. Congrats on
It's
landing
a
that in.
double-edged sword though, because there's a lot of people who complain about the fact that private equity is like terrible here.
Oh,
A lot of people who are on the right side of the economy who want more privatization compare us to like Sweden and Denmark, because Norway doesn't have any like big companies.
mhm,
Like Denmark has like Lego, Sweden has IKEA, Spotify, and so on. Norway doesn't have one of those.
mhm.
We have Statoil, which is the government-owned oil rig company,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it. So we don't have any like large-scale international companies because privatization is like really strict here, basically.
Mhm.
Like you can't, we don't have that infinite capital gain thing that everyone else has. We're like very socialist in that regard.
Mhm.
But it also stabilizes our economy severely when the rest of the world is in kind of like bad turmoil.
Mhm.
So we don't have infinite capital gain, but we also don't get fucked when the economy crashes,
Yeah.
basically.
So you guys don't get in a recession, basically.
We would get hit by it, but it wouldn't affect us as uh, badly as everyone else.
That's so good, bro.
Like our housing market is completely fine.
Dude, that sounds so
I
nice.
joke I joke with Zeronium about this fairly often, but it's like, well, yeah, you might have this and that, but I can afford a house. Fuck you.
Literally, that's a huge flex, bro. That's actually such a huge flex.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have like 5 friends my age that own their own house. Both my sisters own houses.
oh my
Uh,
goodness.
the only reason I didn't buy one was because, or the only reason I didn't buy one while I was doing YouTube was because it was really difficult to convince the bank to give me a loan on YouTube money because it's unstable. That was the only reason.
Hmm. Makes sense. Yeah,
'Cause, like
that's.
I had the funds to buy a house like 3 years ago if I bothered,
Mhm.
but the bank was like, you want like I basically just needed to have a bigger down payment that I couldn't afford.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, yeah. But they're trying to give you like a 20%.
Yeah, so I needed to pump out like a big chunk of money. But like even then, housing market is like fairly decent here. Like I live in the third biggest city in Norway, might be fourth now. I don't really know. I don't pay attention.
Mhm.
But like I was talking square meters here, so sorry for all the Americans. But we had an apartment that was like 78 square meters, which is like fairly large, 2 bedroom, uh, like a balcony and everything. And retail price for that apartment, buying it would be like 350K, which is like
Jeez.
very solid for a big ass apartment in the middle of one of the largest cities in Norway.
Mhm.
So like our housing market is like fairly chill.
That's. I don't know. I don't know the square meters, so I don't know how big that is. Like in theory, that doesn't sound too crazy. I mean, the balcony sounds kind of crazy for 305K. That's wild.
Uh, it's 839 square feet.
Yeah, y'all got a really good housing market. My gosh, that's wonderful, bro. That is
Yeah.
insane. Wow. Congrats on that.
So
That's really nice
yeah, so
building
Norway's
there.
doing kind of chill. Very fascinating country. If you like start looking into like all the decisions we've done,
Mhm.
because it's kind of like a running joke that Americans kind of look at Norway and they're like, "Oh, but socialism," and then but they also like compare like, "Look at all these great things Norway, Sweden, Denmark have,"
Mhm.
and it's like
It's
that's
so
because we think about the people.
yeah, yeah.
We don't think about the investors and the 5 people with a fuckload of money. We think about the greater good of the people who live here. Like, obviously, we have our own problems. There's a bunch of bullshit that happens here,
Mhm.
but it's also like unfair to complain about these things when we have it so good relative to most other people.
Yeah.
At least in my view. That's like a personal thing, obviously, but that's how I feel about it at least.
Respect. Very much respect that. Okay. Well, cool. That's good to hear about Norway. I definitely have to check it out. Possibly move there sometimes. That sounds actually like a peaceful wonderland compared.
It kind of is low key.
Okay, so I'm gonna get back to the questions. What era of the community made the best gameplay in your opinion? We can go by update if you want to, actually.
Yes, sir. I can't hear you
Wait,
for
what?
some reason.
Hello?
Oh, now I can.
Oh,
You
okay.
just froze for a second there.
Oh shoot, my internet might be dying. My bad. Did you hear the question or no?
No.
Okay. What era not era. Damn, I was just saying, my bad. What update in the game had the best gameplay, in your opinion?
Ooh. I think mid to late 2.1, but that's mostly coming from the side that I haven't played enough 2.2 levels yet because I
True.
just kind of like play extremes. So I
Yeah.
haven't experienced a lot of like 2.2 stuff.
Hmm.
But the 2.2 levels I've played, I enjoy quite a lot. So like maybe 2.2 is gonna get better eventually.
Yeah.
Kind of depends though. I like 2.1 stuff because people kind of like midway through 2.1 kind of figured things out because
Oh yeah, they did.
they had to figure out how gameplay works, etc. Because well, there wasn't gonna be an update, so
Exactly. Yeah, honestly, I agree with you. 2.1 is really, really good with gameplay. All my favorite levels came out
yeah.
in that update, and now we have the elephant in the room swing. That yeah, no. So
I
yeah,
like swing, but it's another case of just I haven't played enough with it. It's the same with like the new upside down ship physics. Is like I can't say I dislike it because I've played like 4 levels with it.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me eventually, but I despise swing so much.
I think it's the same with Spider. Everyone was shitting on Spider for the longest time. I think it's just a matter of getting used to it. Like I
Mhm.
agree with the complaints that people that swing is a little bit too floaty, but I feel like it adds a level of uniqueness to it, like compared to like ship or
Mhm.
ball or robot who have their own like different trajectories. I
Yeah.
think swing is similar in the fact that if it functioned too closely to ship, I feel like it would just feel like how a lot of people felt like spider was to ball,
Yeah, that's
where
true.
it's like it's just ball with a different trajectory. And I feel like having swing be so distinctly different makes it a lot more interesting in how it can be used. It's just that
Mhm.
people have to figure out how to use it well.
You know, I agree with that. Honestly, that's a really good take on that. I never thought about it that way. Good take. Good take. Let me see.
See, I don't have just shit takes. I have a couple good ones.
Yeah, that's a really good take. I haven't heard your shit takes just yet. I'm sure at least a few will come out. I hope, hopefully, well, not hopefully, but like I
I
assume
mean, the
there's
reason
gonna be
I'm
one or
known for
two.
having shit takes is because I like levels,
Yeah.
which I
Oh,
find kind of cringe. I think it's silly that people call me a bad opinion guy for liking levels.
what takes do people not like about you? I've never heard a bad take from you.
I from back in the day, some of my favorites were I really enjoyed Necromancer, the Necropolis remake. I really enjoyed Base Cave. I thought it was fun to play. None of the takes that people like really cling on to are because I dislike levels. It's always because I like levels. Just I have a very different approach to why I play levels, I think, compared to a lot of other people.
Hmm.
So when I play a level that is like commonly found to be unfun by a lot of people and I end up enjoying it, people just think it's an classic Aeon take. So like Kinos is one of my favorite extremes because I
That's
was
pretty
like
cool.
I was gonna play Kinos eventually anyway, but I approached it knowing that the first 20% is like completely auto scroller, and then the first and second wave is like the hardest thing ever. And I just didn't mind it. Same with Ordinary now. I started playing Ordinary because I was like, I wonder why people hate this level. I understand why people hate the level. I get it. I still think it's fun though. So,
I mean, I
but it's
respect
never a
that.
case of me disliking a popular level. It's always a case of I think it's fun, and then people are like, "How can you think this level is fun? Are you stupid?"
I respect your opinion, but I can respectfully disagree with the face cave at least. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, like I get why people disagree, but I think it's weird to think that it's a bad take when I can back it
Yeah,
up with
it's
my
subjective.
experience and what I think about the gameplay.
Yeah, it's very
It's
subjective.
subjective, yeah.
I don't see why people can't hate on that. I mean, this is literally subjective opinion. There's no reason.
I mean, people are gonna hate on it anyway, but like
I mean, yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, let me get into creating. So, what inspired you to start creating in the first place?
back in the day or like recently,
Back in the day.
everyone else was doing it.
You're just like, hey, F it.
There was nothing else to it. But like back then, there were much fewer levels that if you got to a point where you just couldn't find anything else to play, you would just build something. Like I would just straight up run out of levels and be like, I'll just make something instead.
That's insane.
So that's
Jeez.
why I think it's silly that I have 40 creator points to begin with because I never like intended to like make actual like levels. It was just kind of like if I like didn't have internet for a little while because you would just run around with your tablet. And I was like gone for a while and I didn't have internet because this was back in the day when you would pay like a billion money to have like 100 MB of data, right?
Yeah.
Like before unlimited data and such. I would just build levels because that's something you could do offline. Because it was before Newgrounds and everything. So you just
Mhm.
had the songs that were in the game to begin with. And I would just like do that. Like I don't know if uh I don't think he's talked about this much before, but the reason why Viprin ended up making like a billion different levels was because his family used to go to this place in Spain every year for like vacation,
Mhm.
and he would just sit and build levels on the beach.
Dang.
That's what he would spend his vacation doing. So he would make like 5 levels in like 2 weeks because he was just bored on the beach having nothing else to
Jeez.
do.
That's
Right? And that's kind of like the
insane,
same
bro.
with me. I would just kind of like go out, do other things, and not have internet. And I couldn't scroll anything because it was 2014. I didn't have
Mhm.
data, so I would just build levels because I was bored.
Yeah, that's
So it was never
crazy.
any inspiration. It was just kind of like I want to do something, and this is a thing I can do without internet.
Mhm. Respect, respect. Yeah, honestly, 2014 was so much better. Not being able to scroll is
It was
so much
fun. It was a
better.
good time.
Very much
Lots of
so.
good memories.
Yeah, back when we were all outside doing stuff instead of being on our phones every day, 24/7. Like, I'm a part of the
Yeah.
problem. I can't complain too much. Like I make shorts, bro. I always complain and talk about how shorts are literally killing us. Like short-term content's killing us, and then I guess I'm a murderer, bro, because I'm the one making it.
Hey, it's the same thing that the fucking super capitalist people say towards anti-capitalist people is like, well, if you don't like capitalism, why are you engaging in it? Is like, I don't have a fucking choice, bro.
Exactly,
Right?
bro.
Like, if you want to be a content creator and you want to make it as a content creator, you have to engage with the things, even if you don't necessarily like them. Like, you
Mhm.
can be critical of shorts and still make shorts because that's kind of like how you just get yourself out there these days. It's
Exactly.
like you can't really fault you're allowed to fault a system while still engaging it with it
Mhm.
because there is no workaround to the system.
Exactly.
Like I
Exactly.
can't just like stop existing within society because I'm critical of the common economic system, right? It's like
Hmm.
that's not how it works, buddy.
Not at all. Exactly.
That's not how the real world works. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like I feel like a lot of people, this is like more pertain to like GD content, honestly. A lot of people like I came up like working on content, making long forms. I feel like a lot of people like hate on shorts so much, and I understand. I respect the decisions. Honestly, I don't really like many shorts either. But I'm like, honestly, a lot of them didn't evolve much from making the long form videos. Like they're making like maybe one long form video a month or a year. It's like, they're complaining about not growing. I'm like, you're making one video a year. You're not trying to do anything else really. You have to put some content out.
Yeah.
People's attention spans and people remembering stuff is like that now. It's literally gone. Like,
Yeah. Shorts are a great way to stay within the zeitgeist of the community itself. Like you
mhm,
can't expect to stay relevant if you're not making an effort to stay relevant.
exactly.
Like the way
Exactly.
I do it is personally just streaming because I
Yes.
pop up in people's feeds by doing so.
Oh yeah.
But like if you're not a streamer and you're not like person who enjoys being live all the time, like it's not a bad thing to put out shorts. No one's gonna kill
Exactly.
you for it.
Exactly. I think shorts are a really good thing at times. I feel like a lot of shorts are really. I feel like GD brain rot shorts are kind of dead now, thankfully, other than like the new
Yeah.
Kai Guy ones, which I don't really mind those as much. They're kind of interesting.
Yeah, there's only one guy like actively click on the shorts of. It's a guy called Stormzy, I think. He reviews like the songs of levels.
Oh.
I'm a big music guy, so for me, I find it very interesting to hear someone like actually speak intelligently about music in GD,
Hmm.
because most people are just kind of like, yeah, Extriller, fuck yeah, Ruckus, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
it's very refreshing to hear someone actually like speak critically about the music in GD and like comment on things that
Hmm.
the music does well and also things that they don't personally enjoy, without it being like abashedly negative.
Hmm.
So this is just like personal thing for me. I think there's shorts are really really fun, but it's just because it's like short, precise, get to the point, talk about the song and leave it at that, and I think that's nice.
Yeah. Respect that. Yeah. I never heard of that. That sounds really good. Just shout out to them. I'll have to check that out sometime. Never
I
heard
can
of
send you
that.
a link later.
Yeah, please. I'd love to see that. Sounds interesting because I don't go on my phone for shorts anymore. Honestly, I try to just I try to be the what's it called, a creator rather than a consumer nowadays because I've noticed I
Yeah.
have a really bad issue. Like people be like, you can't be addicted to your phone. Yeah, you can, bro. Like had to
Oh,
set
100% can be.
I've set so many restraints on my phone to where I can't use it for a certain amount of time. Everything because
Your
I've
internet
had.
is acting up again.
Oh, it is. Hello, hello, hello. Test, test.
Hello, I can see you now.
Okay,
It was
cool.
just like mid sentence. You kind of cut off for a second.
Okay, okay. I don't know why it's doing that. My internet's been dying recently. But like I was saying, I've had times, this is so bad to say, I've had like I have my screen time. You can see like what it is, like a weekly report. There was times when it said like 15 hours. I'm like, bro, what the hell?
Yeah. No, I'm not ashamed to admit that I've been very addicted to my phone. So I don't have social media downloaded on my phone whatsoever. I only have YouTube and Discord. And even for Discord, I actively make a conscious choice to not join too many Discord servers because I know for a fact that I will check all of them.
Yeah, real. I just muted
So
all
like
mine.
I have 4 servers that I use actively. 2 or 3 of them are private servers for my friends, and then it's my own public server. And even that just takes up a fuckload of time. I'm very much willing to admit that I'm like painfully addicted to checking my phone and seeing if anything's happening. So I make a conscious decision to not have any social media on my phone anymore, just to like avoid it,
Respect.
because I know that I would spend all my time on it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a fear of missing out. It's a crazy. It's a big thing. I think a lot more people need to like take account of. It's scary.
Yeah.
Very scary. So
I've been part of the pretentious white guy who dropped his phone to read books instead. I'm part of that crew at this point.
Yes, sir. I love that. Like, my dad reads like 10 books a day. What's your favorite book, by the way?
I want to say Near to the Wild Heart.
Never heard of that one.
It's a Brazilian classic. I know, super fucking pretentious, but it's this Brazilian lady that speaks about like her experiences with like life and mortality through the lens of the character in the book, obviously. And
Yeah.
it's this like really intelligent girl that struggles to find meaning in the meaningless, basically. And it's a very philosophical, very difficult book to understand. Like you got to read it like 5 times before you get anything. There were like multiple times where I would just like read entire pages like 4 times, just like try and figure out what the fuck he was trying to say.
Yeah.
But it's one of those books that once you finish it, you're like, damn, there's a lot to dig into. That's so fascinating, and there's so many things that you would just never think of yourself. And it's really cool. It's by an author called Clarice Lispector. She unfortunately did not live to see any like international success. Her books didn't get translated until after she died, but really good. Highly recommend it.
That sounds awesome. I thought I'd check that out sometime. I've been trying to get into reading myself. Like my dad, I got him. Oh, sorry, I got him a job at my the place I work at. And literally he'll read like half a book in the shift that we work, because we work 12 hours a day and we work on machines. So we work on machine guns. We work on like CNC machines the whole day. So we have a lot of downtime. He will read a whole book. I'm like, dude, how? Like, I personally just work on YouTube the whole time when I'm there, other than, you know, actually doing my work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just doing that, and like I just look over him like he's just reading half a book. He's like, yeah, I just read this book in 2 days. I'm like, how the hell do you do this, bro?
Yeah, my girlfriend's the exact same. She's like most of the reason why I started getting into reading to begin with, because she has like way too many books.
That's awesome, bro. Heck yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good habit to have. Very good.
It is 100%.
So, what made you quit in 2018 and return in 2022 originally?
Short, sweet answer. I was just really mentally unwell. I'm gonna be so real. Just a bad period of my life, really. So I was pushing myself with extremes. I joke about it now, how the flawless made me quit the game. It was so fucking annoying. But that's not really the case. I just kind of like didn't find the joy in it. I was just kind of like, I really enjoyed it when I started picking it back up again, and then making content and everything was fun. But it was just kind of like just a bad spiral. So I stepped away just to like figure things out, pretty much. Like the short answer is I didn't need more things on my plate than necessary, so I decided to step away from everything and just kind of like figure myself out.
Yeah.
Because I moved out very early. I moved out when I was 18. I moved out in 2018 because I wanted to live closer to school. And it's one of those things where I have a lot of gratitude towards doing that, because it made me learn a lot. But at the same time, I could have probably done without it, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like lots of bad decisions, lots of just dumb shit that I ended up doing that I'm not particularly proud of. And I don't know, it's just, I don't want to say classic teenage bullshit, but kind of classic teenage bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Moving out on my own and not being able to take care of myself, not a good combo.
Ah.
So I essentially just stepped away because I just needed to figure things out, figure out life, and grow a little bit because I was still kind of stuck in the ask mom for help if I need something era of my life.
Understandable. Well, I'm happy to see the growth. We definitely see it, you know, just with the conversation already. And just in general,
Yeah, I
happy you
hope
seem
so.
happier. Yeah.
God, I hope I'm not the same person I was back then. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I remember watching you when you were on Trusta's videos, bro. It was kind of crazy. The evolution is wild.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope so. There's a big difference between a 17-year-old and a 26-year-old, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. A gigantic
Yeah.
difference. Actually wild. Especially you hanging around EVW and stuff. I bet it's like a lot different, you know.
Yeah. Eric has been a very, very, very positive influence on my life, I would say.
Awesome, bro.
It's kind of like weird because it's not been like it's been like a big brother kind of relationship where we've talked to each other for such a long time. We've been friends for such a long time that his mannerisms and his like ways of doing things have kind of like rubbed off on me by proxy almost, because I see how he does things and how he has handled things when he has done stuff, and it's kind of just like made me approach things in a similar-ish way. Obviously, I have my own ways of doing things, but he's always been the person that I've been capable of just kind of like messaging, being like, "Fuck, dude," you know?
Yeah, I get what you mean exactly.
Yeah. So Eric has been like a very, very good influence on me personally. So I owe a lot to him. He's great.
Yeah, Eric seems a very, very, very good guy. I mean, for the 6-hour
Oh,
combo I
he
had
is.
with him, he definitely seems a really, really good guy. I love him.
Yeah, I'm very happy that he's the one of the front figures of the community,
Me too,
because
bro.
he is like a genuinely great influence on people.
Exactly. Fully agreed. He's a great, great, great guy. So, going back to a question about you. Have you considered quitting again in the recent years?
No, considered creating content, and I inevitably did, but not the game,
Gotcha.
because I've kind of like back in 2018. Well, I did tell the story of why, but it was also like partially the idea that I just didn't have any reason to play. Now I have a very deeply rooted intrinsic motivation to play the game for my own sense of like accomplishment and sense of mastery, like I mentioned a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And that sensation of mastery is something that I don't feel like I could get as easily from anything other than GD. So that's why I've like kind of like stuck around with extremes, and why I've been in a constant improvement arc, basically, of trying to beat harder and harder stuff and like consistently beating things that are challenging to me, is because I just enjoy that, right?
Yeah.
And as long as I can beat levels that are a challenge to me and that will get me better, I don't see a reason to quit.
Respect. Yeah. You've been doing great with the
So
arts.
when I found out yeah, I think what it is, I think the most important thing for people is to just find out what makes something good for you and what makes it healthy for you to keep doing.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's health in moderation, but I do genuinely believe that it is healthy to play Geometry Dash if it gives you something of value to your own personal life and growth. And for me, that is the sensation of mastery. So for me, I think GD is just genuinely healthy for me because I get something so deeply profound out of playing the game. So playing the game has just not been a single thought in my brain since I figured out what I get out of GD and what GD gives to me personally.
Respect. Yeah, makes sense a lot, honestly. I see. Yeah, it's like the only game I can get that kind of feeling from, that dopamine rush of beating a level. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling ever.
So and unlike such as like multiplayer games, for instance, where you're kind of at the mercy of your teammates, for instance, I don't play multiplayer games whatsoever, and that's because I feel like the lack of control kind of makes it not as fun.
Yeah, agreed.
That's why I stick to single player games. I don't play multiplayer whatsoever.
I respect that,
because honestly, I don't feel that sense of mastery when I can get cucked by someone else's playing, basically.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, honestly, very, very, very much same. Like, I feel like I played a little bit of Brawlhalla. I'm sure you saw on the stream. Like, if I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I'm like, okay, I'm learning how to do this combo pretty well. I'm getting better at the game. Next round, I play against someone that's like 10 times better than me. I'm just get completely butt fucked. I'm like, okay, well, back to the drawing board. I'm not good at this game. Fuck this game. Dropped it.
Yeah.
Saying, you know what I mean?
GD, that's why I ended up picking up like Taekwondo as well as solo sport instead of like everyone in Norway plays football and handball, for instance. It just wasn't for me because I didn't enjoy team sports because it felt like I wasn't the one in control over my own success.
Yeah.
It
Makes
was like
sense.
personal achievement, right? So I ended up in a sport that's like solo person sport that can be done with multiple people, and that made it a lot more fun to me because someone else being better than me, that was never the issue. The problem was I didn't feel like I could get the things or the results that I wanted through only my own effort, and that's what I could get out of single person sports and also GD.
Gotcha. Respect
Because
it.
at the end of the day, it is just your own playing that is the answer to if you can beat a level or not. It's just like, are you willing to put in the effort? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm. For sure. Very much so. Yeah. Agreed. Shoot, I gotta ask you, what
Mhm.
originally inspired you to start making content?
I just like GD. I was kind of like waiting for this question because people always ask like, if not GD, then what? And I'm like, I wouldn't be making content
Oh,
at all.
really?
Because content to me is not a case of wanting to make content. Content to me is a case of I want to share the passion that I have for the game. Full stop.
Okay. Wow. I like that
The
answer a lot.
content of GD for me is just a way to express the things that I feel passionate about within the game. That has nothing to do with making content. I would not make content at all if it wasn't for the fact that GD exists.
That's insane, bro.
So every time I get asked if you didn't make GD videos, what would you make videos on? The answer is I wouldn't make videos at all, actually.
Wow.
Just straight up.
Dang, bro. How much different would your life be without GD? Do you think?
Very. Exceptionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it would be same at all because I would probably have finished uni and be working currently.
Yeah. It's true.
Just
That's
the regular
fun.
course, probably.
Yeah. Unfun course. Not the most fun thing to do. Um.
I like it. I really enjoy school. I'm excited to get back into school because I like learning. But it's also been cool to just do something a little atypical.
Exactly. Agreed. Yeah. I went through college myself, and it was decent, but it's like I'd rather do this, full time, whenever I have a
Yeah,
standing
that's fair.
desk.
That's valid.
Yeah, it's just a lot more fun to me personally. I don't really, at least with my job, like my job archetype, I guess you could say. It's like literally, you check different dimensions. Like it's literally just numbers. You check dimensions. You check if this
Hmm.
isn't a certain tolerance. It's really repetitive. It's just repetitive,
Yeah.
brainless work. It's really boring.
Hmm.
So I like telling stories. I like talking to people like you, influential people, and learning about their story. Picking their brain about certain things. It's really fun. It's the most fun thing I've
Yeah, I
ever done.
think for me, when it comes to that, that's I'm kind of assuming that there's going to be eventually a question about why I stopped making content a couple years ago now,
Hmm.
2024. Because it kind of goes back to the sense that what I talked about earlier, how if it doesn't get me anything, and if I don't feel any personal fulfillment or personal growth through doing a thing, I will simply move on to a different thing. And I feel the exact same way about how I want to choose a career going forward after I'm done with YouTube. Because I've already told my mom that you should just expect me to never be in a stable career for the rest of my life because the second I'm bored or I feel like I'm stagnant in whatever I do,
Hmm.
I'm going straight back to school and doing something else,
Yeah,
like
respect that.
immediately. My plan currently is next year I want to go into criminology.
Ooh.
And if I do criminology for like say 10 years, that's hype. But as soon as I feel like I've stopped growing and I've stopped learning and feeling like this is additive to my life,
Mhm.
I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
I do not want to be stagnant. That's like my number one fear in life.
Mhm.
Uh, the ocean, scary as fuck. The dark can be kind of scary. Stagnation, that's just the scariest thing of all time. I'm gonna be so real.
Agreed. Mediocrity is also kind of scary at times,
Yeah,
honestly. I don't like
yeah,
that.
yeah. So that's like why I ended up stopping with making content and making highlights was that I felt stagnant. I didn't feel like it was giving me anything. I didn't feel like it challenged me in a way that felt fulfilling. So I was like, I'll do something else instead. That's fine. I'm
Respect.
happy with what I've done.
Heck yeah.
And now I want to return to it because I've realized I have a lot of things that I can still do, and I have more things that I can improve on. I just have to figure out what I wanted to do with it,
Mhm. Respect. Honestly,
and that's what
respect
I
you.
figured out now, basically.
I like that. I like that answer a lot. Um, well, I gotta ask about your content. So this is more like a series I've seen you make back in the day. I forgot which one it was first, but what inspired the slowest completion series?
Uh, we were doing I think it was a charity, or it was like an event of some kind,
Mhm.
and I needed to fill a certain amount of hours of my time slot, and I didn't feel like doing something like just play the game like I normally would. So I decided if I slow the game down this much, I can fill exactly enough for the time slot, and it would be really hype if I could beat the level. So I just did that. Like it was just like it's like the demon roulette that Nathan did. It's just like that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Shower thought.
Dude, people don't
I just
think.
need to fill time.
Yeah, that's real. See, I want to piggyback on the shower thought. I've thought about like shower thoughts more recently. I was like realizing
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of reason people get better ideas in the shower is just in general. I've
Mhm.
realized, and I took advantage of this. Honestly, that's probably how I came up with so many shorts on like very niche things that I
Yeah.
remember. Um, just not having anything in your ears, like not listening to music, not listening to anything. Like,
Yeah. I think I watched a really, really good video yesterday. There's a channel called Rabbit Hole. It's a lady who used to work for people like Veritasium and so on, and she started her own solo channel to answer like kind of mundane questions.
yeah,
And she made a video and posted a couple days ago about four-leaf clovers and finding four-leaf clovers in the sense of like making your own luck and so on.
yeah,
And one of the people who was in that video as part of the like the thought experiment, etc., is the world record holder for the most four-leaf clovers found. And she said that the way you find four-leaf clovers is not by looking for them. And I feel the very same about like content ideas. I was like, this is very relatable in to me as a person who's been making content. Every single one of my good ideas has come just as like a random fleeting thought when I'm thinking about something completely different.
mm-hmm.
I've never had a good content idea while trying forcibly to think about a content idea, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And that was the same thing with the four-leaf clovers, where the way that she would find them was that she would just kind of like stand up, she would like look at the patches and just kind of like take in the impressions of every single individual clover, and then she would be like, "Oh, there's one," right?
Mm-hmm.
By just kind of like pattern recognition. So she would find all these four-leaf clovers through just kind of just like zoning out. And that's the same way I approach like other things in life, and how I like every single good idea I've ever come up with is just kind of like zoning out and thinking about other things, and then just suddenly like, nice, I could do that. That's a cool idea.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's very real. Like most of my ideas come like that as well. It's either not listening to
Yeah.
anything, just not thinking about nothing at all, and it pops up, or like, in the shower or out on a walk.
Yeah. Like my idea for the 12 Demons of Christmas video for this year came through me with like some random comment in my Twitch chat.
Mhm.
Someone said a thing and I was like, that's a good fucking idea. And then it just evolved into something completely different.
That's awesome. Heck yeah. Gotcha. I can't wait to see that. Bro.
Moral
I'm
of the
actually
story,
really
don't
excited.
think.
Yeah, exactly. Don't think at all. Use your brain in good ways. You know what I mean? I gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Use your brain in better ways. There's a lot of. Don't watch a bunch of brain rot. There we go. That's a good incentive to the story. That's another thing you can say.
Yeah.
So I need to ask. So how'd you meet Trusta in the first place originally?
Fuck, that's a great question.
Oh, you don't remember?
How did I meet him? It's been so long, dude. It's been like fucking 12 years, 11
That's
years.
wild.
No, I remember. Okay, so when he beat Bloodbath, I left a comment on his video because, like I said with Riot, how Riot was inspired through my videos and me playing the game back in the day to get better.
Mhm.
Trusta also used to watch my showcases of like hard demons, easy demons back before Steam was a thing.
Yeah.
So when I left a comment saying GG on his Bloodbath video, he was like, it was kind of like the classic fanboy moment of like, oh my god, I've watched your videos for this amount of time, etc. And I was like, yo, hype, here's my Discord, or here's my Skype.
Mhm.
And we just kind of like started talking through that. Back in the day when you would actually like make friends through YouTube comments.
Yeah. The good old days.
The same way pretty much the same way I met Evasion as well.
Oh, it's
And
awesome.
the Glitter Shroom. They would just like leave comments on my YouTube videos, and we started talking through YouTube comments.
It's so cool, bro. Bro, I miss
Yeah, I
those
commented on his
times.
Bloodbath completion when he was like the 8th victor or whatever. And we just started talking from there. Same way I met Eric. I just shot him a DM, and he was like, "Hey, I know your name from before I started making YouTube videos or making GD videos. I recognize the name." And then he replied to me because I was like, "Hey, do you want to collab?"
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
I just DM'd Eric on Twitter, "Hey, you want to collab?" And he was like, "I recognize your name. Sure, why not?"
That's freaking awesome. Was that the
That's why it was the first Rob Top race.
That's the one with like 10 million views, right? The crazy.
Yeah, the crazy big one.
Dude.
So that's why I keep saying that I've been very privileged in the sense of GD, where I haven't been needed to do fuck all. I was just an early adapter. I got lucky with just being one of the first. Because I got to collab with Eric just because he recognized my name from like random showcases of levels, and he was ballsy enough to agree to a collab when I just shot him a DM on Twitter.
That is so cool, bro. Yo, that's a good. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to take shot. How's it still going on? Whatever. Chat. The charity. You know, donate to the charity if you're hearing this. Sorry you heard that. It's not too loud, so it's okay. Let me think. What was I saying? Take your shots while you can. Like genuinely.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? You got to think of it that way. Like.
Yeah, for sure. Back when I used to make more content, I would like collab with smaller guys a lot, really. Because I used to, like Eric used to give me the responsibility to find the people to fill in the 12 Demons of Christmas slots because I just kept up with everything.
Really?
So it's worth to take the shot. Like the worst thing that happens is that they say no, right? And like that's a realistic situation, especially now where so many people are such large content creators.
Yeah.
But I think if you build up a portfolio of like videos and you ask someone, "Hey, you want to collab?" If there's any like goodwill intent from that person, they're gonna check out your videos, and if they like the videos, they might as well say yes. There's not a, like, sure, it's not a big chance, but it's worth trying.
Exactly.
That's what I did. I made like 10 YouTube videos, and then I messaged Eric like, "Hey, you want to collab?" And he was like, "Sure, fuck it, why not?"
Heck yeah, take the shots. If you miss them, who cares? You rebound. Like I remember I shot at this is really random. I shot at spaceuk right when I released my Doggie documentary. He's like, I literally remember it was like a random. He didn't have what's it called? His Discord wasn't like completely public. It was like a random server I found him on. It's like, hey, you want to do an interview sometime? It's before I started doing like this series, way before then. And he's like, I think you got the wrong Discord, buddy. I'm like, oh, okay. That's a no, I guess. And then
that's funny.
It's really funny the way I got him as an interviewer or an interview. I interviewed Zeronium, and I was talking about how you and him met him at VidCon, I think it was, and
TwitchCon, yeah.
TwitchCon, yeah. It was really funny because my friend made the thumbnail. I asked her to make a few thumbnails because I was a little lazy, honestly. I didn't want to make the thumbnails, and she made one.
Valid.
It was like Space's icons right here, Zeronium's right here, and he's like, he kind of stinks, something like that. And he's like, it has a green aura, and that was like the clip for it on my clips channel. And then spaceuk saw that. I was like, what is this narrative you trying to spread? I was like, yo, bro, it's just green aura, something like that. And he recognized me in the stream chat. I was like, yo, you want to interview sometime? I was like, yeah, sure. I'm like, shooting the shots.
That's really funny.
I was scared to shoot.
That's
him.
really funny.
Yeah, it's really cool. He's a really good guy, honestly. Nowadays, he's a really good guy from what I've talked to him with. It's really nice.
I've seen the arc. Yeah, I've paid like slight attention to it. I am not really like too caught up in it. I kind of like hold the motto of I keep up with my friends and what they're doing, and that's pretty much all. Because like it takes a certain capacity to like keep up with everything, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So because I kept up with everything for such a long time, now it's kind of just like I care about the things that my friends do, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. But like it's kind of hard to not see things when your chat screams, "Hey, did you see that space beat Akron?" I'm like, "Yep, you're the 17,000th person who've told me. Thank you."
Exactly. Yeah, I've heard the same thing from Vortex. It's like, bro, chatters just want to let you know, bro. They got a heavier opinion on it, I guess. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair though, right? But seeing the same question like 1,000 times, it is kind of just like the rule of stream, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I gotta follow up on the trusta question. I saw one comment about this, so if it's incorrect, if it's just like random bullshit, just ignore it. How are things between you and Trusta after you DOXXD him? I can't say that on YouTube. Did you do that?
Can you send the message?
Yeah, I don't want to like just. It's like a box, but with a D. Yeah, the word is
They're referring to when I was playing Geoguesser a few years back, doing like a GD references video. I found a town in Sweden called Trusta.
Oh, dude, are you serious? Okay, well, I thought there was like
That's
actual
really
context to that. Okay.
No, things between me and him are good though. To like answer the first half of the question, we
Yeah.
chat occasionally. He's in a very different point of his life,
Mhm.
but he's doing very, very good. It seems like
Good to hear.
last time we caught up.
That's really good to hear.
He's very offline though. He's off the grid a little bit because, well, he's living his adult life and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But every time we catch up, it's very nice. We were kind of like those friends that even if you don't talk for like 4 years, it's kind of like nothing happened whenever you chat up each other, right?
Exactly.
That's the kind of relationship we have. So we don't talk often, but every time we do talk, it's like no time has passed, basically.
Exactly. Yeah, I have
But yeah,
one.
the DOXXED situation was just me
Mhm.
finding a place called Trusta in Sweden
That's awesome.
and being like, "Hey, look, that's Trusta's house."
That's
So
freaking
that was
awesome.
an inside joke. That's funny.
Yeah. I was wondering, there's only one comment about it. I was like, there's no way he did that and only one person cares. Like, okay, I guess I'll ask it though.
Yeah, no, that's a fun little reference to a fairly popular video of mine. I'm gonna check actually. I think it's like couple 100,000 views.
Oh,
But it's
nice.
like a one-off clip in that video.
Gotcha. Okay.
Uh, I think it's from the yeah. Is that a Jump Trash reference? It's no, that's a meme video. Where the fuck is it? It's a Geoguesser video. I can't find it. Oh no, here it is. It's Jump Trash references in real life. 200K views 4 years ago, and I found a place called Trusta. It's me playing Geoguesser. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
that's just a deep cut reference, if anything.
Heck yeah. Are you in that new Geoguesser tournament tomorrow, by the way?
No, I wanted to, but I haven't like touched up my skill in a while. I didn't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
embarrass myself.
Bro, you don't understand. I was supposed to be in it, but I forgot it was my mom's. It's so bad to say. I forgot it was my mom's birthday. I was like, okay, nope, I can't do it. And I thank God, because you would have. Oh God, people, everyone watching, if you were to
Yeah.
watch that, Lord have mercy. I have like a. I'm not the. I'm not the. I feel like I'm pretty smart with a lot of things. Geography though, I have like a third grader's education on this shit. I don't know geography for nothing, bro. I'm terrible.
I mean, pulling out the prejudice here, isn't that just like the classic American school system of not teaching geography at
Yep.
all?
Yep. Pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah. I mean, bro.
I used to be decently good at it, but I just haven't played for a while.
That's good. Yeah. It seems like a fun game
Also,
though.
as in like remembering your mom's birthday, you should just do the thing of just being born the day after hers. My mom and my birthday is like the day after each other.
Dude, that's freaking awesome.
So it's very easy to remember because I'll remember my own birthday and be like, oh, my birthday's in 2 days. So my mom's birthday is tomorrow. Shit, I should do something for that.
Yeah, exactly. I write,
We
write
always
it all
celebrated
down.
together though, because I'm not a big birthday guy, so we would always just kind of like celebrate together, just like get like a weekend, get cake, and just like play Mario Kart and just have a good time.
That sounds really fun. Heck yeah.
Because we have 3 birthdays in 2 days in my family.
Good Lord.
My mom is the day before me, and I share a birthday with my stepbrother.
Oh, wow.
So we
Awesome.
just had a lot of birthdays at the same time. So we just always like did a little thing about it, like play Mario Kart, eat cake, just vibe, family stuff. So it was a good time.
Sounds super fun. Sounds like a very fun birthday to have. Dude, last time I had a birthday, I just went to go paintballing for the first time. That was super fun. I got to do that next year. That'd be really good.
Yeah, we usually do it in the weekend after the birthday or before the birthday, kind of depending on when people have time.
Mhm.
So I'm always like kind of disappointed whenever my birthday falls on a weekend because I also like streaming on my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like whatever.
Yeah. Streaming on your birthday is super duper fun. I'm not going to lie. That's fun kind of thing
Yeah, I
to
like
do.
sharing the day with my community a lot of the time, to the dismay of my girlfriend, who probably wants to do something a little bit more special. But it's
Yeah.
my day. I choose.
Exactly. Yeah.
I decide.
Heck yeah. Ooh. Speaking about your videos, I'm gonna ask.
hmm
What inspired the guides for EVW?
Loki, I think initially when I made the Bloodbath one, I just wanted to clickbait his name. I'm gonna be so real.
I respect it honestly.
Because it was back in the day when EVW was like the name in GD, and it was a good
Yeah.
way for me to like kind of like get snowballed into the algorithm and stuff. So I think initially it was that, but then after a while it just became kind of like this fun little thing that we do. And Eric thinks I'm a really good explainer. So Eric really appreciates them because he actually thinks that the way I explain things and the way in the way that I do has genuinely helped him with a lot of stuff, which is nice. Like when he watched the Bloodless one recently, he was like, "Dude, you should just be a teacher, please." I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think I have the patience for children in that way, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
not really gonna be a teacher. I'm not gonna be so real.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll be a high school teacher or a professor. Who knows? Maybe that's where my life takes me one day.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think initially it was just straight up clickbait.
I
The
respect
honest
honesty.
answer. But after the bloodbath one, though, I do think it genuinely just became a. I've done it once. I can do it again, and just kind of make it a series because Eric is gonna keep getting better,
Mhm.
and is gonna give me a reason to talk about things that I like about levels.
Heck
Because
yeah.
that's why I make videos to begin with. I just like talking about GD. I
Mhm.
think it's fun, and I get something out of it by expressing my thoughts on things that I think are cool.
Heck yeah, bro. Yeah, I remember I used your bloodbath guide when I beat it back in the day, and then I'm using your bloodless guide nowadays. It's kind of
Hell
crazy,
yeah.
bro. I gotta ask though, how do you enjoy Zaro's part? How, bro? How?
I think I'm just very good at accepting that even if things are jank, it is in within my power to get better at it.
Yeah, I respect that.
Because
That's
unless there is like genuinely buggy, which I don't think Zaro's part is, it's just kind of jank.
mhm.
It is up to me as the player to get better at it.
Yeah.
So I find it fun in the sense that enjoy the challenge of actually getting better at it.
Mhm.
Right? That's
Mhm.
why I enjoy things like Ordinary as well. It's like, yeah, the choke wins are fucking ridiculous. They're so dumb. But it's not because they're bad. It's just that Pop Off did not feel like changing things that were like way too hard. So if I fail at it, it's a skill issue.
Mhm.
It's not the level's fault. I'm just not good enough. So how about I get better, and then I do it, and then I beat it, and it's like, yeah, I mastered this thing. I succeeded in getting better to do this thing. And
Mhm.
Zara feels the same to me. It's like it's jank, but I'm the one in control. So therefore, if I fail at it and I get annoyed at it, it's not Zaro's part's fault. It's my fault for just not being able to conquer that thing.
Mhm.
And that's how I treat most levels, basically.
It's a good mindset to have, honestly.
I
I
just always blame myself.
yeah.
Never the level's fault.
Yeah. I did the opposite, honestly. It's probably a bad thing for me to do, but I mean,
I
hey,
mean, I
look
think
at
it's one of those things that when you've played hard levels for long enough, you just kind of like have a mindset shift. Because like everyone that I know who've played levels for years and years and years, like Zeronium and TR Solus is another great example of that, where we've consistently played levels for so long that we've just kind of like figured out the line between my fault and the level's fault.
Mhm.
And what all three of us have kind of like come to accept is that 99% of the time it's my fault.
It's making that thing of disconnecting and reconnecting. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That is so weird. Okay.
So
But
annoying.
thankfully everything is good. Let me see. Where are
It's
we
good.
at? Okay, well, that's weird. Wait, Tria actually asked a question. This is not even a part of the interview section, but he usually messages me every interview, but I mean, I guess he's a little late. Let's see. He has a question for Aeon.
Hmm. That's me.
Yeah, I'm trying to see this one. If you can replace one cuisine with Norwegian food, what would it be and why?
None of the Norwegian cuisine sucks. We have no farmland that's like functional throughout most of the year, so we're just kind of like cabbage, lamb, potato country.
Oh,
Like Norway's a fantastic country, but our national cuisine is pretty much just tacos at this point. We are a
jeez.
massive import nation when it comes to food.
Mhm.
Uh, like we straight up don't like our farmland is not capable of growing anything other than like really what's the word for it? Resilient vegetables basically.
Mhm.
And we have like sheep, pigs, all that stuff. But like Norwegian cuisine is lame as fuck, dude. Our national dish is literally called fårikål, which means lamb in cabbage. Is just steamed cabbage and lamb. That's it. Nothing else. Maybe a little bit of pepper on it.
That sounds
So
horrible.
nothing.
Oh, that's
Nothing. I would
wraps.
not replace any cuisine with Norwegian. I would replace any other cuisine, I would replace Norwegian cuisine with anything else though.
Mhm.
Reverse the question.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll take the either Indian or Italian for Norwegian.
Hmm.
I'll just get rid of Norwegian
Respect
cuisine and
that.
just Italian is our food now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I respect the Indian choice too. I've had some Indian food recently. My girlfriend's boss is Indian, and she brought home some food. Like it was like deer meat and some other stuff. Like I forgot what it's called. Like you just scoop it up with like a tortilla, I guess. I don't know exactly what it's called, but dude, it is crazy good.
It's so good. I'm like, pay like it's almost embarrassing to talk about because it's an obsession to like an unholy degree. But as I was making content for, I kid you not, at least 5 years straight now, I've had butter chicken for lunch at least 4 or 5 times a week.
I respect that honestly. Yeah, I really respect that. That's a good ass meal.
It's so good. It's so good. Norway is kind of cooking with their like ready like microwave meals with
Uh-huh.
like a microwave butter chicken, but it's so good. Like obviously getting it from a restaurant is better.
Hmm.
I can't afford that though. I'm gonna be so real. So I just kind of like get the microwave butter chicken meal that we have here, and it's been my guilty pleasure for at least like 5 years. I eat
Respect
it
that.
so frequently. It's kind of nuts.
Heck yeah, I respect
I'm
that.
pretty sure the people that work at my grocery store kind of talk about me because I come in like basically every day just for the butter chicken.
You don't buy them in bulk?
No, because there's no change in price, and I'd much rather just kind of like go pick it up when I want to, so I don't end up eating like five a day.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good
Because I
idea.
have like no self control when it comes to like having things. Like I don't have snacks in my like cupboard or anything because I know that if I know there's chocolate, I will eat the chocolate.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like buy things as I need them. So I don't like just go grab it whenever I feel like it
Hmm.
because I'm very bad at that. Like I have a box of like Coke vanilla in the fridge currently, and I'm just kind of like picking it out like pretty much every day, even though I wouldn't normally drink soda every day. But it's like I
Hmm.
have it, therefore I will consume it.
Respectable. Yeah, that's a hard habit to stop. Honestly.
It's so hard, bro. It's the worst habit I have,
Hmm.
probably, hopefully, yeah. And it's a really hard one to break.
Yeah, for sure.
I need to break it. I should break it, but God, it's fucking impossible, dude.
It's silent, bro. It's really, really hard. It's understandable. I mean, it's not.
Yeah,
Eventually, you get there. It's just, my gosh, it's gonna take time. It's like my speech.
yeah.
It's like me not
And like my
stuttering.
personal philosophy of I would much rather just kind of enjoy my life when I have it. Also, like fights against the but I gotta be healthy all the time, and like if I have snacks, I want like eat it. It's like
Hmm.
I could let it lay there, but it's like, but I have it there, and my personal well-being and happiness would benefit for eating from eating it. So
Yeah.
going having a bite of chocolate would be good for my personal being currently. So therefore, I'm gonna go grab it.
Yeah.
So it's like a conflict of interest within personal philosophy and common sense as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Understandable. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else to say to that. I lost track of my brain. Yeah,
That's fine.
I've gotten better at self control personally. Because I remember back in the day, well shoot, I used to be, never mind, I'm lying my ass off. I used to be better at self control back in the day. Me and my friend used to go to the gym every day, and
Hmm.
literally we would bait each other like, yo, you wanna go get McDonald's? You wanna go get this place? You wanna get that place? And if we responded yes, we would like genuinely smack each other upside the head. Like we would like beat up each other if we agreed to getting fast food. Like I got pretty
That's
buff.
funny.
I got pretty buff because we were basically trained not to go anywhere like that. It was good. Nowadays, my girlfriend
Yeah.
says, "Hey, let's go here." I'm already in my car. Like if my girlfriend asks, it's already there. I'm
No,
really bad
that's
about
so
that.
real though. I feel the exact same.
Yeah.
I think it's unfortunately for me, it's kind of like the downside of figuring out like how I get the most pleasure out of life and existence.
Hmm.
Because I can always like kind of retort my own logic of it's unhealthy, I shouldn't eat it with, but you want it and you can go get it, so it will be good for you in the sense that it gives like direct pleasure, dopamine, etc. But that's
Hmm.
probably just a dopamine addiction at the end of the day,
Exactly.
which
Yeah.
also isn't a good thing. But well, I mean, I am not unhealthy, I would say.
Mhm.
So having a chocolate every now and then doesn't is not going to kill me. So
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
it's
Everybody
always with a level of
restraint.
balance.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. You definitely gotta have more balance than anything. A lot of people.
Yeah.
like to 100% on this or like 90% on this, 10% on that. A lot of the time, I'm like, dude, no. But okay, so
Yeah.
what originally inspired you to start maymemory?
The constant barrage of people shitting on memory levels without actually trying memory levels.
Okay.
Because I'm under the belief that they're very fun. People just don't want to jump in and actually like try and learn them.
Yeah.
Because from my own experience and what I've seen from a lot of people is that they're usually just intimidated by the idea of having to spend so much time learning a level when they can play a level of the same difficulty and be done with it like 5 times faster. So I wanted to make memory just to like encourage people to try something that they're not inherently familiar or comfortable with. Because memory levels have always and will always be that kind of like niche thing that's for the people who already like memory. Because you have to like use your noggin a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And I think the thing that I find fun with memory levels is that you can kind of like treat them as a puzzle. Like, yes, you get super consistent with them eventually, but figuring out the level and figuring out the strats to like make it consistent and learning these things and memorizing them is part of what makes them endearing to me. I like puzzles a lot. I'm one of those people who, as I eat breakfast and drink my coffee in the morning, I solve a bunch of like different like daily puzzles. I do the Wordle, I do connections, I do minute cryptic, I do pips, just like kind of like get my brain going.
Yeah.
And I think memory is very similar to that, where yes, once you learn, like say, the mainframe is my favorite memory level. Once you learn the mainframe, sure, you're gonna beat it fairly quickly. But a lot of the fun in the mainframe comes from figuring out all the gimmicks and all the puzzles that the level presents. And I wanted to find a way to encourage people who normally wouldn't play memory to do that because it's just a fun little exercise in like puzzle solving. And I think it's cool. I like puzzles, so
Yeah, respectful. Yeah, memory levels can be kind of fun. I mean, my favorite level in the game. Like I have like I'd say there's a big 3 for me. Chaotic Machine is my top one. I love
that's a
that
banger.
level. So good.
That level's a banger.
Well, other than the last jump Geometry Josh added for no reason, literally just an invisible triple spike. Who knows why?
Vibes. Why not?
Yeah, literally. Why else? What? Why? What else was there? Stalemate Redux is another banger. It's not really memory, but
Absolute banger as well.
super good level. And then there's
It has a memory part.
Yeah, but that memory part's kind of free. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
Yeah, but it's free after you figure it out, right?
That is true.
The difficulty of it comes from figuring out the part to begin with.
That is very true. What other level was there? I keep Rearmed. That level's so good.
That level's also sick. Yeah, I enjoy that one. It's one of my more favorite Carmine levels.
Yeah, he has some really good levels, honestly. But yeah, I can understand not like him as much because I see a lot of. He's like the most decisive creator ever. I've never seen so many people would split sides on a creator as much.
I find his levels endearing in the same way as I do find memory intriguing and endearing, though it's the sense that they're not straightforward, so therefore there's more to the level to just figure out and like understand. Like understanding the nuances of levels. Like I don't like it when people are like, this part is buggy, and then the bug is that you did a thing wrong and then you transitioned weird into it. Is like, if you stopped for like, I want to say like a minute and just kind of like looked at it critically, you would have realized, oh, if I entered this portal lower, I wouldn't have that problem. That's the same thing with Zaro. If you enter the ball portal into those 3 orbs in a specific way, they just become buffers, basically, right? Like figuring out these things and making these things consistent is part of what I think makes learning levels very fun.
Yeah.
Because like once you have that eureka moment of seeing a way that you can do a thing differently to make it more consistent, you're like, why didn't I think of that before? And then you just feel good about yourself, right?
For sure.
And I apply that to memory levels as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's very fun. I do like memory levels a lot. Like some memory levels are a little excessive, though. To be honest, like
yeah, I agree with that.
I think Orbit's a really, really, really cool looking level. Would I ever play it? I'd rather. I'm not gonna say that word. I'd rather do anything else in the entire universe than play that. Imagine a memory level where it's literally dependent on the every click's dependent on the last click you've done. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Hell no. That is not.
It is just kind of like figuring out what you like, though. Like I'm a lot of people really like conclusion. I just don't enjoy the way that conclusion does memory. It's not something that kind of clicks with me because a lot of the difficulty of conclusion comes from the fact that uh, the level kind of just like goes dark, goes bright, goes dark, goes bright, in like a specific section at least. And I just couldn't get that down because I don't like it when the memorization part is based on remembering what happens when the screen is visible, right? Like in something like Requiem is a little bit different because you have different like art that kind of like flashes in back and forth, and you have like these like small windows where you can see, so you can like set yourself up. I didn't find that in conclusion, and therefore I didn't enjoy it. So there's obviously like things that you like and things that you don't like within memory or within like anything ever really.
Yeah.
Like I love Kinos. I don't like Sakup and Hell. Sounds counterintuitive, but it's because I think 90% of Kinos' gameplay is fun, and the 10% that is not that fun is the stuff that is left from Sakup and Hell. So it's like you just got to figure out what you like about things, and I feel like that also makes it easier to choose levels.
Agreed. Yeah, fully agree with that. Honestly, I never thought I was a huge enjoyer of XL levels, but I realized every level I've beaten, that's like the hardest levels I've beaten, are all XL. And I never realized that until recently when I started playing Bloodlust. I was
Fun.
like, wow, that makes sense.
You get that feeling of like excitement when you get far on them. Like with short levels, it's kind of like, oh, it's over. What the hell? What happened?
Yeah, exactly.
But with like with Deimos, for instance, which is my current hardest, is like when you get to 56%, which is like the halfway point, it's like it's the song becomes so intense, everything becomes so exciting, and it's like you already play like a minute and a half of gameplay, right? So it's like you've already gone through so much difficult stuff just to like get to a part where it's like a slight slowdown, and it just gets your heart like
yeah, it's freaking
it's
awesome.
so much more exciting. You know, like Cobwebs, I kind of just like didn't even realize that I beat it when I beat it. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What happened?
that level's
Where'd
so
that come
cool,
from?
though. That's like one of my favorite.
I love it. I think Cobwebs is great.
So good. That's one of my favorite levels as well. I forgot to mention that one. That one's such a good level. If I were to
Yeah, I'm a
have
big Cobwebs enjoyer.
Oh yeah, if I had to plan final hardest, that would probably be mine. Honestly, that level's the best ever, bro.
Valid. It's also the hardest level ever, so.
Yeah, it's impossible, bro. I'm also wave disabled, so that would be, good God,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a hard level to play eventually.
I was a stark defender of Cobwebs is like 50 spots underrated. Please move it up.
Really? W, bro.
Yeah, I thought wait, I'll pull up my I don't know where it is on the list currently, but I have a personal top 50 on my spreadsheet. And I have Cobwebs above Fragile, which is like
Fragile.
any list grinder would probably try and get me murdered for that. That's like a certified AeonAir shit take right there.
Oh my.
Cobwebs over Fragile.
I think Cabos is off the list now, bro.
Oh, it is by far.
Oh
It's
my.
not even close to being on the list. To be fair, I think that's partially because Fragile is like way too high on the list for what it should be. Fun fact of the day: when I beat Fragile, it was my 4th hardest by list. It has since moved up, and it would have been my hardest by list.
Oh wow.
So I technically did Fragile as a hardest without knowing it, and it's not because it should have been my hardest. It was not even close to my hardest. But people just keep thinking Fragile is like the hardest thing ever for some reason. It's like a new age SPL basically. Everyone thinks Fragile is like underrated, and I don't know why.
I mean, it's cool.
There's like a non-zero amount of people who think Fragile is like harder than Tartarus, and I think that's ridiculous.
Jeez, bro. I mean, I could kind of understand it, bro. When I saw, I was like, this can't be possible, bro. It's an extended core Retta with buffed. That just does not sound right, bro.
It's really hard, but it's also like not even close to Tartarus. But like, people can have their opinions on difficulty. A lot of the time, difficulty opinions are completely decided by whether or not they had an experience that they didn't enjoy or not. Exactly. And Fragile is a very easy to have a shit experience with because you have to beat Coveretta like 100 times.
Yeah.
Right?
It does not sound too much like fun at all.
I mean, it's fun if you like Coveretta.
Yeah.
I think that's why I thought it was easy, because I think Coveretta is fun. So it was easy to enjoy it.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a cool level. I really like Coveretta, but my God. Passing that first click every time, bro. What the hell?
Coveretta's first click is kind of like easily cheesable now, though, as we've gotten better tools because you can just like hit your reset key. You can time it the same way every time. You don't have to like wait for it to respawn. You could just kind of like bam, bam, and you're chilling.
That is true.
Like I was passing it like 3 out of 5 times basically when I was grinding it.
It's not too bad actually. Nice.
Yeah, it's more so just like the mundane act of just like did it, and then you keep playing.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I think it was way harder before when you couldn't just like insta respawn yourself because then you would have to like wait and then time it,
Mm-hmm.
which is way harder. So I think now Covert is a lot easier just because you can control when you respawn.
Mm-hmm. For sure. 100%. Yeah, the level, I don't know. I'll eventually go for Covert, hopefully eventually, but I don't know. I really
It's a
like
good
the
level. You should do it. It's fun.
It's definitely a really fun looking level. I always like that level a lot. But yeah. Okay. I had to ask you this. I asked you this one in the intro. Will you ever return to highlight videos?
No, because I just don't get anything out of it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, creatively, the highlight stuff is I'm integrating it into some stuff that I'm doing. Like I'm working on the 2020 top 10 video movie that I'm working on now,
Mm-hmm.
where I have like a story because like I got back into the game making content and stuff in 2020, and the watching my friends like Tech, etc., beat Tartarus, beat all these like insane levels, and wishing that I could do it myself. And then over the years, I just kind of like ended up beating like I beat 6 of them by like not by chance. There were obviously going to be levels that I played eventually, but
Yeah.
now I'm at the point where it's like, oh, I've gotten to the point now where I can realistically complete that top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I've started making a video on like the story of how I came to want to do it, and then doing it, and then beating the levels, playing the levels, and then telling the story in between the levels. Because like I'm not beating them like back to back to back, right? I've beaten Thinking Space currently, which is the first one of it, and then I have like a different storytelling section of like things that I've done between Thinking Space and Renovant, which is going to be not my next level after Ordinary, but the level after that. And then you kind of like build like a movie storytelling of my life, what beating this means to me, and so on and so forth. Like creating like a cool movie around it, and I'm
Yeah.
integrating stream highlights into that because that's part of the story that I'm trying to tell, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna make stream highlights, exclusive stream highlights, but they are getting integrated into the new content that I want to make if it is relevant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which it is in this case for the 2020 top 10 movie.
That's gonna be awesome, bro. Jeez, I'm excited to see that one out too. Shoot, you can
I
cook
am
it up.
too. It's gonna be a while though, because I need to beat Renovant, Cold Sweat, and the Golden. And the Golden's really
Oh
hard.
God. Okay. Good God.
I think it'll be fine though. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun.
What are you playing right now?
Ordinary.
Or okay.
I'm close to beating it. I have 83, and I have 14 attempts to 70 plus.
Nice.
But 70 to 76 is like impossible. So I'll probably beat it within the next like week,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, unless I get like turbo cucked, which is possible. But like, it's
Yeah.
fun to play, so I don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Good to hear. Good to hear. I heard a lot of people don't like that level. I'm happy to hear you're enjoying it so far.
It's a case of it's really choke point carried. I get why people don't like it. This is one of those levels that I understand why people don't like it. I'm just very good at not caring.
Yeah.
So I think the base gameplay is very fun. It just suffers from pop-offs. I won't say inability because that's rude, but pop-offs. Pop-off is basically just too good at the game to probably notice.
Yeah.
So the things that are like ridiculously fucking hard, he probably just didn't notice whatsoever. And I think the reason why people dislike it is that because it is so inconsistent by nature of the choke points, it becomes unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
And when people are really good at the game, they can predict when they can beat a level. Like if I play a level in like Sonic Wave difficulty, this is how I described it on stream. If I'm playing a level in Sonic Wave difficulty, I know for a fact that I will beat it within 3 to 5 days. Full stop. There's not going to be very much like difference in that. If I pop off really hard, I'll beat it in 2. If I get like slightly unlucky, maybe I'll take 6 days, right? Ordinary is a case where for a person who's like say top 50 to top 100 on pointercrate, they could probably beat a level in Ordinary's difficulty within a week to 10 days. Ordinary is the case where the choke points are so ridiculously inconsistent that you can't really guarantee that. So they probably thought, okay, I'm going to take a week on this, and then they took 2 weeks because they kept dying to choke points.
Yeah.
Because you can't get consistent at them because they're pretty much just blind frame perfects.
Yeah.
So I think the disdain for the level comes from the fact that it's so unpredictable that people just end up getting terrible experiences because they are assuming and expecting the level to take as long as every other level around that range. So it's like a psychological thing, right?
Which makes sense. Yeah.
So my enjoyment of it comes from the fact that I just don't care if I take 3 weeks or if I take 3 months. Does not matter. I don't think about that kind of stuff. I just play the level because I think playing the game is fun.
Got you. It's
So
good.
I don't get that like setback of I expect to beat it within a certain time frame.
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's a really good thing to have because I have that personally. I'm not I'm not the best player, but yeah, I have like the expectations to beat something in a certain time. We're gonna run a certain time. Like I was trying to get the extension to
Yeah.
100 on Bloodlust, and I was getting so pissed off because I couldn't get the TMN
Yeah.
from 66, and then I just started playing from the wave part where the actual difficulty starts, and then did 72
Yeah.
to 100. I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't really care about 67 or 66 to 100 anymore. Like the ship and robot is free. Like why would I care anymore? I started running most
Yeah,
of it.
and that's pretty much why I don't play easier extremes anymore because it's like I have like a personal expectation of how long it should take me to beat because I know that it's
Yeah.
like not a challenge to my skill.
Yeah.
So that's why I like persistently keep playing levels that I know will challenge me in some way because then I can like compartmentalize my own shortcomings and my own mistakes and it kind of like remove the need to beat it within a certain time frame and it just makes me enjoy the game more. So that's why I don't play a lot of easier levels anymore because it's like if I play a level in like Cataclysm difficulty and I spend more than like 2 hours on it, that's just gonna annoy me so bad
Yeah, I
because I
understand.
know I can beat it within that time frame, right?
Mhm.
But like with a level like Ordinary, which is gonna be my third hardest, I'm not gonna set any expectation. That shit's hard as fuck.
Yeah, respectable, honestly.
It makes it easier to just like cope, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. No, because I did the same thing, bro. I forgot what level I was going for. I was going for some like easy extreme, and I just like could not beat it for shit. I just stopped playing the game because I was getting so pissed off.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. But
Pretty
okay,
much.
we're gonna do a Mount Rushmore for GD. So we're gonna do
Yeah.
a 4 players, one underrated,
Mhm.
4 creators, one underrated, um, 4 content creators, one underrated, 4 streamers, one underrated, basically. So we can start with
Mhm.
players whenever you're ready. Just all time.
Players, you're quiet again.
My bad. I muted
Oops.
on accident somehow.
No. I
I
was
don't
like,
know how.
can't be the internet this time because you're not frozen.
So we're gonna start with players. So you're gonna have 4 like from
Players.
any era and one underrated
Yep.
person from any era as well.
Okay, so for players, I'm going to start Zoink. I feel like it's kind of undeniable at this point. He's been the dominant player for way too long, and he's still the dominant player, and will remain the dominant player for as long as he keeps playing, basically.
100%.
I want to go Cool Dash
Ooh, okay.
as a call to Star Grinders because I genuinely do believe Cool Dash is the greatest Star Grinder we have ever seen in this game, and I don't even think it's close. I think it's so sad he never got his flowers because he was #1 on the leaderboards while the leaderboards were frozen. So during the time when Miguel and Michigan were at the top, right?
Mhm.
Cool was #1 during that time, and he only got dethroned like a little bit before they got unfrozen because he stopped playing the game basically when Smithy took his spot.
Mhm.
And I wholeheartedly believe Cool Dash is the single best Star Grinder we have ever seen in this game. He is a fucking beast.
Hell yeah, bro. Okay.
Did you pay attention to Cool Dash when he was beating every Insane Demon back in 2020?
I had
Becoming
no
the
idea.
first person to beat every Insane Demon?
I had no idea.
He was the first person to beat every single Insane Demon rated in the game. And at the end of it, in December 2020, he was beating 20 Insane Demons a day for like a week and a half straight.
What the hell? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And he wasn't even playing that much. He was playing like 4 hours, 5 hours maybe.
What? How?
So he was consistently beating Insane Demons every 20 minutes.
That is insane. He's underrated as hell. Underrated as hell.
Yeah.
What the
So I think
fuck?
Cool Dash is my shout for Star Grinder. For like the old heads, I want to go Lania Kia. I think Lania Kia is the greatest player for longevity of all time. He has been around since like 2016 as a top 20 Extreme Demon player, and he's still around as a top like 30 or whatever. He's unbelievable. The most long-term player of all time. And I want to shout probably N-Swish.
Oh yeah.
Either N-Swish or Sonics, because I think they were like the first to like truly push when the skill ceiling was starting to race a lot.
Exactly.
For my underrated, I want to do Seteron.
Seteron. Never heard of him.
They're a Korean player. And the reason why I want to say Seteron is because Seteron is my greatest inspiration because they are the only person I know who is older than me who is still playing List Demons.
Gotcha.
Their
Wow.
hardest used to be Silent Clubstep. It's now every end.
Oh, wow. Wow.
They've beaten like 10, 15 main lists or whatever, and they're 27.
Wow. Shout out to
Seteron is the only person in the world that is keeping me away from being the oldest person with list demons, as far as I'm concerned. And they are so insanely good at the game. It's absolutely ridiculous. So Seteron is my underrated pick.
Shout out to Sunrun. Hell yeah. I like that.
Yeah. So Zoink, N-Swish / Sunix, Cool Dash, Lanikia are my 4.
Okay. I like that. That's a really interesting one. Honestly, I never heard Seteron sorry, Kina, right?
Lanikia.
Lanikia.
It's a space term, I'm pretty sure. They used to go by Jeller.
Okay. No, I never heard of Jelly either. I don't know. I never heard of them on a Mount Rushmore, and I never heard
Jeller was top 5 around the time when space went like super hardcore. And they were also top 10 back when Diamond Splash was the #1 player.
Oh, that's a throwback.
And I think they're still somewhere in the top 30. So they've been a top 50 player for 10 years straight. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's insane. Yo.
I think they're straight up just the best player like ever. I think Lanikia also has the world record for Deimos attempts. I think Lanikia beat Deimos my hardest in 5,000 attempts, 4.7k or something crazy like that.
What the hell?
So not only are they the greatest in longevity, they're also just absolutely fucking nuts. They beat Cimmerian Shade. I think they were first victor of Cimmerian Shade, beat in 2 hours because they just got a 240 Hz monitor.
Bro. That is just ridiculous.
And that level is still on the list. It's like top 100. It's fucking nuts.
That is
insane player.
Wild. Congrats to them. That's
so
pure dedication right there.
The GOAT. Lanikia is my GOAT. I was co-commentating the GD World Tournament with EVW for Korea versus, I don't remember who it was. But that's the one and only time I've gotten to talk to Lanikia, like, personally, and I was like, you're my GOAT. Thank you for being the GOAT. Like, that was my starstruck moment. I don't even know if they have any, like, relation to my content or whatever. Like, that's the one time I've truly been starstruck being in a VC with anyone else. Because they've just, like, genuinely been such an inspirational player for me personally because of how long they've been able to be so fucking good at the game.
That's freaking awesome. Nice, bro. Yeah, I understand that, honestly. I mean, with your size, I mean, you're talking to EVW every day. I wouldn't be too starstruck with anyone else, honestly. Let's just get Mr. Beast in the call, you know. That's, other than that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome to hear. It's very cool to hear. So, do you have a Mount Rushmore for creators?
Yes. My shout was always going to be Jazor. I think Jazor is similar to Lanikia, just the GOAT of, like, long-term, just being around for ages, just always being good at what they do. Funny game, obviously, for being the pioneer, the original pioneer. Serponge as well for being a pioneer, and another shout for just longevity is Darwin.
I like that one. Yeah, Darwin's
because Darwin keeps reinventing himself and is really, really impressive with it. I wouldn't have put Darwin on like 2 years ago, but I will put on Darwin now. For underrated, I'm actually not sure.
That's hard.
Kind of want to go. I want to go with Mask.
Mask?
Yeah, Mask.
Yeah, I like that.
Because like the pre 1.9 Mask stuff is so cool. Mask had some of the most creative structuring and color usage in the early days. So Mask is like my insane shout from a long, long time ago. Because I think Mask has some really, really creative stuff. I know a lot of people diss on his gameplay, but I think it was like genuinely ahead of its time, like super creative, almost like a predecessor to flow gameplay in a way. Where like it used pads and orbs in a way that was so creative and unique to like make something more than just a GD level. So Mask is probably my shout for like underrated.
I like that a lot. That's really good. I never thought Mask would make it on here. It's a really good pick.
I'm a big Mask simp, dude. I love Mask stuff.
Respect, bro. That's why I love having.
So yeah, Darwin, funny game, Serponge, and Jazor are my 4.
Heck yeah. It's not like having older, like more veteran people on here because you guys have some very unique picks that I'm never gonna hear from like a newer player. You know, it's really, really cool to see.
Yeah, because like Mask to me, if we go on with like Mask, is like that was the person that when I started playing the game and I was like getting really into the community and stuff back in like 2014, 15, I would see their levels and be like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. The same
Oh
way
yeah.
people would see Funny Game at like 1.9. I think a lot of Funny Game's inspiration comes from Mask, if I'm being 100% honest with you, because
Really.
they were part of that like Korean core, right?
Hmm.
So Funny Game, if you see like very old Funny Game stuff, I think Funny Game took a lot of inspiration, especially in like structuring and gameplay from Mask, because Mask was one of the other people who were just like really creative in how they used the very limited editor at the time.
Gotcha.
Because like you would always see a Mask level and be like, that's a Mask level. The same way you would see a Funny Game level and be like, yeah, that's a Funny Game level.
Oh yeah, 100%. I can say the same. I can say that for Funny Game at least. I didn't really know about Mask as much, but yeah, my gosh, yeah, Funny Game was cooking back in
Hmm.
the day. But okay, let's see. You have it for Ooh, okay, Mount Rushmore for content creators.
I feel like this one's a lot harder,
Hmm.
but that's mostly because the way that I think about player and creator is who kind of like revolutionized their like niche
Hmm.
and who kind of like had the impact and longevity. So like for creator and player for longevity, I did Darwin, I did Jzor, I did Lanya Kia, right?
Hmm.
Content creator though, it's like I feel like EVW is like the obvious shout,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Just because of how long he's been around. He's kind of like almost a PewDiePie figure in the sense that
yeah.
uh, he is the foundation to everyone that came afterwards.
Hmm.
And for that reason, I also want to put Lemons,
Okay.
because Lemons was like the first OG creator for the editor.
Yeah, I like that
And
a
we
lot.
got so much creative like editor and building content with it that later spawned in people like Woolsey and Tride who have in their own way also kept revolutionizing it. But I don't think they would be where they are. Well, they would be, but in a different way. I feel like their foundation is built upon the groundwork that Lemons put in
Hmm.
to showcase what you can do as a creator in GD. And then I also want to throw in Viprin just for like long-term showcase, high quality, just showing off really cool levels because I think it is important to show love to the people who, as we said, leading into this, showcase cool, unique levels made by the community because they are the foundation of the game.
Hmm.
And I think Viprin is the uh, honestly gold standard for how showcase channels should approach it, where they just show off really high quality levels. And I personally really enjoyed reading his reviews of the levels while he was still doing those,
Yeah.
just because it was very cool to see like the insight into what makes the levels that little extra special, right?
Hmm.
So EVW, I want to say Lemons, I want to do Viprin, and it feels disingenuous to not put Nepesta for his work for the highlights portion of the GD content in the way that he implemented his stream highlights the way he did, and of course the ideas he have come up with afterwards.
Oh yeah.
So I think I'm happy with those four.
Those are really good ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really good. Um.
As for underrated, there's like a billion people I could choose from, bro. It's gonna
Yeah.
be so
There's like
real.
100
There are so
automatic.
many people. Like my reasoning for these people are because they were the early adapters of what they did.
Mhm.
Because that's kind of what I associate a Mount Rushmore with, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the early adapters and the people who kind of like pioneer their thing. Because like instead of lemons, I could put Woolsey and Tride, who are like the goats of the creator sphere, making like really cool, engaging and interactive videos about creating levels.
Hmm.
Honestly, you could also probably put Dance Men. Lemons is just the one that I personally have the most attachment to. EVW is EVW. Viprin could obviously put in Nexus. However, I've been fairly like a little bit critical about how Nexus has approached showcasing specifically over the
Yeah.
past few years. Uh, Not inherently because I think it's anything wrong. I don't mind it in that way. I just feel like when you are showcasing other people's work, it is fair to do it the way Viprin did and now GD Radar does, where it's just like level, title, creator, difficulty.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of like a so you know what you're getting yourself into. But that's also comes from me being like a part of the hardcore niche of GD who is like, I will see a level title and be like, that's interesting. That's an extreme demon I've never heard of. I'll go watch that. Meanwhile, little Jim Bob is not going to click on. I think it's like Fable by a few people. Extreme Demon. They're not going to click on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if Nexus titles it like the coolest Extreme Demon ever, then they're going to be like, "Ooh, I want to watch that," right? So like I
Yeah.
get it. But I feel like because of that, I would much rather put Viprant in front
Mm-hmm.
on my Mount Rushmore, even if maybe. Well, Viprant was also before Nexus. Vibrant's been around since fucking forever. Uh, and yeah, Nathan was just kind of like the pioneer of stream highlights content, which I could also put like Zeronium, who I think is the current one to do it the best.
Agreed.
Also, Sir Geoguesser is really fucking good at it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think my choices come from the fact that I believe that they are the foundational work to make that genre the way that it is today and made it as good as it is now.
I don't know how you guys can get past One Piece, bro. Doesn't that have like 2,000 episodes or something like that?
It's like 1,000 something. I read it, so I don't.
Oh, okay,
I don't
makes
watch
sense.
the anime. The reading is a lot better because the pacing is like meant for the manga itself.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why the show is so poorly paced is because there's one episode per chapter, and normal anime is paced at one episode per 3 chapters usually,
Gotcha. Okay.
because it was like going in tandem with the serialization of the manga itself. So it just ended up being a lot slower. And
Mm-hmm.
there's like one arc specifically where it's like very infamously super slow, and it's because the author had like eye surgery and the anime couldn't go on pause because that
Yeah.
wasn't allowed. So they were doing like 0.7 chapters or something per episode. So it was like really slogging. But that's more so the decision of the animation studio being like, we can't put it on pause. That's unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna have to slow it down like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Yeah.
The manga is really fucking good though. The manga is peak. I love the manga.
Hell
The
yeah.
anime, I'm like, yeah, it's good, but it's definitely
So
slow at
long.
points.
Yeah. I don't know. I could never watch 1,000 episodes of an anime. I don't know. That just sounds like. How long are the episodes? Like 15 minutes? 20 minutes?
20 roughly.
Wow. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, I've heard of One Piece and I saw the episode count because I was interested in checking it out, and I was like, okay, let's see. And yeah, no, I saw 1,000. I was like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah. I mean, it's for me, it's like I like long games as well. Like my favorite games are like 100+ hour games.
Yeah.
GD as well is like my GD hours are insane. So
Mhm.
I'm never like intimidated by like length. Don't clip that.
I
Uh,
literally was thinking
so for
about
me, it's like
that.
I don't really care about the fact that it's like 1,000 episodes because I like playing video games that are like 150+ hours. Like I can handle a few hundred episodes. It's not a problem whatsoever.
Yeah, makes sense. I respect that a lot. Okay. Um. Well, do you have a Mount Rushmore for streamers?
Oh, that's way harder. Fuck. Um. Ooh. Okay. See, here comes in the problem of I'm not engaged enough with like the newer age of streamers a lot of the time. So like I don't watch a lot of Vortrox's streams, Soink's streams, but that's mostly because I watch Zeronium streams and their streams usually overlap.
Yeah.
Uh, and then like Conix's streams. Conix, I love you. God, I fucking hate your microphone. Enjoy his content so much, but I cannot listen to it. It hurts my ears. Please, I beg you, turn down the gain. Um, but for streamers, I find it difficult to choose because there's so many people who do like similar-ish stuff, but also not really. I want to throw Zeronium in there immediately. That's like my number one for that, as well as Nepesta, just because they are the streamers in my brain.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Um, this is gonna be a nuts shout because it's so fucking long ago, but I want to say Manix.
Really? Oh yeah, I remember he
Manix
has
was like
that stream.
the content streamer guy back in the day, back when
Yeah.
GD Twitch was like first starting up in like 2017, 2016. Back when like he had like a huge following. He was crazy with it. He was like if you had like a TCD or like that like type of streamer back in the day, that would be Manix basically.
Okay.
So to me, he is like the pioneer of like high energy, high intensity stream culture almost. And he did it as a person who was building levels on stream as well. He didn't ever play the game,
Yeah.
which is very hype.
Yeah, that's insane.
Um, it's kind of hard. What's a fourth person I could say? My brain immediately wants to jump to Junie,
Okay.
just from the early 2020 days,
Hmm.
as well as Junie's involvement with like hosting all these like charity events and so on, just being a great influence overall on the stream community and like connecting the streamer community. So I think I'm gonna throw in Junie there. So Junie, Zeronium, Nepesta, even though I've already said Nepesta for content creator as well. Nathan's just that goated,
Yeah,
and Manix.
I
I
like
want to
that
say
one.
Manix because I was reminded of like a bunch of like old Manix clips the other day, and I was like,
Yeah,
this guy was kind of him. He was kind of him, bro.
I miss him, bro.
He was like Himothy streamer of like 2017. It was kind of crazy.
Hmm. He was such a good creator and content
Yeah,
creator.
yeah. But this
So,
also like does kind of fall into the position of I'm just not too familiar with a lot of the newer streamers.
yeah.
Uh, I want to throw out some honorable mentions, like underrated streamers that I feel like people should check out, though, that I really enjoy personally. Shuby. Shuby is a great streamer.
Mhm.
He is an insane demon grinder. He has beaten like 800 something of them. He streams like in my mornings, so I usually watch. He was like a second monitor stream for me a lot of the time while I was editing.
Heck yeah.
Move to is one of my favorite ones to just kind of like chill in and chat in. Floofy Wan isn't one that streams a lot anymore because of like personal reasons, but Floofy is a fantastic streamer. Uh, and yeah, those are like the three that I usually gravitate towards the most when I watch streams.
Uh,
Tim as well, but Tim is a good friend of mine.
okay.
He streams also in my mornings, which is nice.
Heck yeah. It's awesome.
So yeah, those are like my underrated shouts. Floofy has been nominated, I'm pretty sure, for
Really
the Streamer Awards one year.
nice.
Pretty sure.
Congrats to them.
Also, Andy the Great 315. I
Yes.
don't get to watch his streams because he's American, but Andy is fantastic streamer.
Agreed. Dude, he is really good. He's underrated as hell.
Yeah, yeah.
He's so good. Shout out Andy, bro.
Andy's a fantastic streamer.
Agreed, bro. Very much so.
He's
Okay,
just kind of owned by the fact that his streams usually overlap with the really big guys because that's the only time he can stream.
yeah.
Because I think personally that the greatest way to like get viewership as a streamer is to find a time slot where no large streamer streams
Mm-hmm.
and just own that time slot. If you're the best streamer at that hour and you're consistent, you are gonna end up getting viewers after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like Shubi I mentioned earlier, right? Like you've never heard of Shubi, right?
Mm-mm. Not once, no.
Shubi averages like 50, 60 viewers.
Really? Wow. That's
Just
really good.
completely self-made, just streams. That's all he does. He doesn't do YouTube content very frequently whatsoever. He just streams. He's just consistently streaming that 1 hour every day or that one time slot every day and just does it well.
That's great. That's yeah. I need to find an
So
hour.
if you want to be a streamer, you gotta find a time of day where you can consistently stream where no one else streams.
Mm-hmm.
Like I stream the hour that I stream and not later in the day because if I streamed at the like optimal time, I would just overlap with Zeronium, Zoink, Vortrox, and all those guys, and probably have like 3 viewers.
Yeah.
Instead, I've found my own time, and I'm sitting very comfortably at a good amount of people who watch and enjoy my content because I'm the only big streamer that streams that hour. So like,
Yeah. It's a good time for
it's
it.
just kind of like my time, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like you get the time zone. You get the time where I'm even like awake. Just wake up and like check. Like, oh, Aeon streaming. Okay, let's check in. What's happening?
Yeah.
It's a good time.
And of course,
Honestly.
consistency is very important as well.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's what Shubi has done. He's just been consistently streaming at that hour like every day for ages. God knows how many years.
Lord, yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, let's get into our next questions. Here's one that's more like I don't know if you're gonna have a real answer for, but
Mhm.
what would you say is a good border for being a good player in Geometry Dash nowadays?
See, I differentiate between good and great. I think you're good if you can consistently beat demons just in general,
Okay.
because it requires knowledge of the game. You need to understand how the game plays, both physics and like the mechanics of the game. So I think you're good when you can just beat demons. If you can beat a demon regardless of difficulty within like a day or two, you're a good player. You're great when you can start beating like extremes.
Yeah.
But that's just the difference between being good and being great, right?
Mhm.
Like you could be a good say baseball player playing like second, third division. It's not going to be your job or anything, but you're a talented player. You know how things work. You're skilled at what you do. You understand the fundamentals.
Yeah.
but it's not your job. You're not making multi-millions a year, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So my border for being a good player is just being capable of beating demons, in all honesty. I think the difference becomes when you want to be a great player.
Agreed. Agreed. Honestly, yeah, that's good because honestly, I was expecting a little bit. Part of me was expecting you to say list demons for a great player, but yeah, extreme demons. Yeah, agreed.
No, I think people have a very skewed view of like list demons and like top, say like 400 or whatever. Like once you start getting into like artificial ascent difficulty, you are just legitimately a 1 in 10,000 player. Like you are exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
List demon even more so. Like there's a lot of people who can beat list demons, but like every time someone says like, oh, but there's like 1,000 people who can beat list demons, and I'm like, have you seen how many downloads the daily gets?
Exactly, bro.
And then I follow up with, yeah, look at that download number and like triple it because I know for a fact that I don't play the daily every single day.
Yeah,
Chances are you don't either. So the fact that the daily gets like 600, 700,000 downloads a day implies that there's at least like 2 million people who play every single day.
which is crazy,
That's a
bro.
lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
The weekly gets like 2.5 million downloads at this point.
Jeez, yeah, that's
And
insane.
I don't play the weekly every week.
Yeah, me
So
neither.
like, there's just a bunch of people who play this game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If
Exactly.
you could beat something like artificial ascent, you are just straight up a 1 in 10,000.
Hell yeah.
You are like by every single like objective measure just a fantastic player.
Hell yeah. I like that. I
So
like that
like
a lot.
if you can beat list, like that's why I'm so confident in my own skill, is like I can beat list demons, bro.
Yeah,
I'm top zero point zero
him.
zero zero 0.0001%.
Literally him. Yeah.
And that's not an ego, that's just me being capable of understanding statistics in
Exactly. It
a
is.
very basic sense.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, bro. Yeah, I can't imagine, bro. Like nowadays, when I saw Zodiac, well, Zodiac's about to fall off. Seeing that, bro, I just know I've never beaten a Holy demon in my life.
Yeah. I've beaten list demons for so long that for me it's like I don't really care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I play for my own sake, and if I've beaten Zodiac now, so it doesn't really matter. But if Zodiac fell off and I hadn't beaten it yet, I would still just play Zodiac eventually,
Yeah.
right? For me, the placement of a level is just more like an indicator of roughly how hard it's going to be and how long it's going to take me,
Yeah.
if anything.
Just smart. It's a smart way of seeing it.
But that's just me having been around for long enough to like stop caring,
Yeah.
because I've seen every cycle of, oh my god, I can't believe this level's falling off the list. The list is getting too hard, because that happens every single fucking time,
Bloodbath.
right?
Yeah.
I will never forget Bloodbath falling off because of I said Ba, and everyone, no, Alpha Ba,
Alphabet X.
Alpha Ba X. There we go. That one. Everyone was like, dude, I can't believe Bloodbath fell off the list, and it's like the most like irrelevant level of all time, and everyone was
Yeah.
freaking out about it. And it's like, when you've seen this cycle happen like 15 times over, you just kind of like stop caring.
Exactly. It's understandable, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah,
It still just
like
catches
it's
me off
always
guard.
weird in a way, but like
Mm-hmm.
you learn to like realize that it doesn't matter. The level's still gonna be there. You can still play the level.
Exactly. 100%. Very much 100%. So, what originally inspired you to what originally inspired your training arc to becoming a better player recently?
Honestly, it was to not spend 100,000 attempts on every hard level I wanted to try again. Because I like I mentioned earlier with the whole like I spend 30K on every level. That's like not even a joke. I just spend a lot of attempts on everything. So
Uh-huh.
it was partially just to like get my grind up to like beat a bunch of levels to like get like a little bit better at learning levels basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that I can beat levels if I just put my mind to it and just kind of like spend enough time with it. But I wanted to do that faster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Partially because of the fact that I know I'm getting older. I don't have the time to beat every level. I know deep down that every level that I want to beat, I won't be able to beat just out of purely taking too much time. Uh, but if I can like work my way up and get better and better and better, I can beat those levels faster. So I'm adapting the philosophy that whenever I tell people don't jump, just progress normally.
Mm-hmm.
Better to spend 5 months grinding up, getting better, and then spending 1 month on your the level you want to beat than spending 6 months grinding just that level. I'm applying that to the hard levels that I want to beat, right? Like
Yeah.
I want to beat levels like I want to beat Through the Gates, I want to beat Maniacal Chains, I want to beat base after base. But instead of spending like 5 months on each of those, why not spend a year grinding levels to get my skill up so that I can spend half a year on those later while
Mm-hmm.
also having beaten other cool levels.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, I just want to beat all the levels I think are cool. So why not start with the easier ones and then work my way up,
Really
right?
smart idea. Yeah, that's really good.
But also the fact that I didn't want to spend 100,000 attempts on another 5 levels. Because I've done that 4 times now, and I've definitely spent over 100K on Silent Clubstep as well. So
Oh yeah.
that's 5 levels in the 6 digits, and I'd prefer not having a 6th one.
I hope not. Well, other than what? No, you said Sonic Club stuff already. Yeah, respectable.
Yeah.
Very much respectable. Okay. So speaking of Silent Club stuff, though, what inspired? Or wow, not what inspired. Good lord, that would have been bad to ask. How did your hand pain first start?
Silent Clubstep, unfortunately, is just very, very click dense, where you end up practicing the most. Because like Silent Clubstep is known for being a spammy level,
Yeah.
but you play Silent Clubstep from primarily 9, 11. Wait, hold up. 11, then 9, and then 5, and then 0, right? And if you're playing from 11, you do the 120 hertz frame perfect, and then you do the spam, which obviously that's very demanding on your hand. If you play from 9, you also just kind of get to the spam all the time. If you play from 5, which is the first ship is really brutal on your hands. I'm going to be so real with you.
Yeah.
Because you play it a lot, right? Because to get good at it, you just need to do it thousands of times. Like I've passed that ship probably like 5,000 times.
Jeez.
It's
Yeah.
like a persistent, like I want to say like 6-ish CPS to like do it controlled. And doing that for like just consistently clicking like 6 CPS for hours on straight is just very straining.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you play from 0 as well, you do 2 jumps and you do like a 7 input spam before you get into the ship, right?
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of like small bursts of like a lot of fast clicking. And because Silent Clubstep is the way it is, you kind of just like only play from those 4 checkpoints after you warm up, which takes like 40 minutes at most. So you just spend most of your day just clicking really fast. And when you're like me, who's a psychopath who enjoys playing Silent Clubstep for 4 or 5 hours a day, that just kind of gets draining after a while. So that's kind of why I'm not playing it right now. Is well, partially that, but also because I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat it before I have my like neurologist appointment. But it's not going to help me to continue playing a level where most of my time is spent spamming.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because the hard part is the fast-paced stuff, and then everything else after that is like low CPS. But you have to play through the high CPS stuff to get to the low CPS stuff.
Exactly.
So like it's kind of just like very brutal on your hands if you play it for long enough.
Makes sense.
Like the reason I went to get checked initially was because I just could not keep the CPS requirement for the first strafe fly. Like I could not get past it whatsoever because I just couldn't click fast enough. I was like, fuck, what am I doing? Because I'd just gotten off like a 3-day break.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that was not very good. So I went and got it checked. So I think it's just that you spend literally 100,000 plus attempts just spamming.
Yeah, which is like, yeah, I can see why it messed your hand up a lot. Yeah, that sounds like hell.
Yeah.
That sounds like hell to play.
It's brutal. It's a very unique challenger. That's what I like about it. It's a very unique playing experience. When you've beaten enough levels, you kind of just like start searching for unique experiences. That's what Silent Clubstep is to me.
Understandable, honestly. I would do the same if I was good enough to go for Silent Clubstep. It looks really, really not fun. It looks really cool. There we go. That's the word. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think more people need to adapt the mindset of not everything has to be fun as much as just like interesting.
Exactly. Like Silent Clubstep is such a cool
Because
level.
you can make your own fun if you just find something cool about the level to play. Like I've had a bunch of levels that I just don't really care much for gameplay wise that I have very fond memories of because they were just unique. You remember them, right?
Yeah.
Like you remember playing them because they're so different to every other level. That's why I'm not such a fan of like, is it right to say like the gentrification of levels where everyone tries so hard to like make levels as balanced as possible, as even as possible in that sense, and just like make every level be as good as it possibly can be. Because I watched, I don't know if you watch any like commentary YouTube content or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But there's a guy that I really enjoy playing called Daryl Talks Games, and he talks about a lot about like psychology and like game related things that he finds interesting. And he was talking about like objectively bad video games, and he was talking about how a game that's like terrible is much more interesting than a game that's just great. Because he was talking about the new Wolverine game that's coming out this year, and it's like that just looks like a good game, but it doesn't do anything more than just be a good game.
Exactly. Yeah.
So therefore, there's nothing interesting about it. And I have that same philosophy with levels, where it's like, if everyone says a level is good and doesn't seem like anything out of the ordinary and is just a good level, why would I play that when I can play a level that's infinitely more satisfying or interesting, even though it's worse, technically speaking?
Hmm.
Like, that's why I approach stuff like Ordinary or Base Cave or Necromancers. Like, they just seem infinitely more interesting than a level that everyone just says is good.
Exactly. Which makes
Because
sense.
at least with those levels, there's a discussion to be had, right?
Very much so too.
Yeah, and that's what I felt about Silent Clubstep. It's not necessarily because it's the best level in that range. I could have played any other level in that range or probably had a lot of fun with it. But Silent Clubstep is so uniquely itself that it creates a better experience of just, this is something that is cool and interesting,
Hmm. Gotcha.
right?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I think it's a very interesting. I never thought I would see you playing Silent Club, so I'll say that. I never. That's a very interesting pick, honestly. Expecting something
I didn't think so
else.
either. The only reason I ended up playing it was because I learned that my left hand could spam fast enough for some reason. Because like I can't physically do this spam fast enough with my right hand, and then I was trying to learn alternating, and
Uh-huh.
UFWM told me if you want to become a good alternator, you gotta learn to be comfortable playing with your left hand. So I did, and then I figured out, wait, I can spam really fast with my left hand. Because I initially played Silent Clubs in like 2023 in secret and stopped playing it because I couldn't spam,
Yeah.
and I wasn't able to like force myself to learn how to spam fast enough. And then I rediscovered, wait, I could have used my old other hand the entire time. Wait, insane.
Wait, so do you play it
Why
your
didn't I
left
think
hand
of
the whole
that?
time?
No, I just do the spam with my left hand.
Oh, okay, okay. I was about to say, bro, holy smokes. But okay, that makes more sense.
Now I'm trying to learn to alternate with like I've been doing the spam alternating recently because my left hand just wasn't consistent enough. It's
Hmm.
probably because I just don't play with my left hand normally.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh yeah, that's good to hear though. Good to hear though. Let me see. Ooh, okay. Big question that I'm
Okay.
pretty sure you've answered like 100,000 times, but I
Mhm.
forgot what your answer was. Why did you decide to remove yourself from Point and Crate?
Initially, it was I didn't agree with the decisions that Point and Crate did. It was kind of like an act of like protest.
Yeah.
I don't remember the details of it back then, or for what it was back then, but I just did not agree with like a decision they made regarding some like rule change or whatever.
Yeah.
And as a way of protesting that, I decided to get myself removed because if a high profile person gets themselves removed, maybe they'll like revert it. Now that's not the case. I could always just go back to point and create, but I just if it wasn't evident by what I've said earlier, I'm not particularly competitive,
Yeah.
so I don't see a reason for me personally to be on a competitive leaderboard when I do not care to be competitive. I play list demons because that's what challenges me. I just happen to be good enough to play them.
Yeah.
It's not in a need of I need to play this level because it's hard or anything. It's just I like the personal challenge, therefore I'm going to play it. So I just don't see a need to be on competitive leaderboards anymore.
Respect that, honestly.
Like I keep all of my raw footage. I have like 500 gigabytes worth of raw footage sitting in a folder from all the way back in 2022 in case anyone's uncertain if I'm legit or not.
Bro.
I have raw footage of every single extreme I've beaten since I got myself removed, just in case.
That's smart, honestly.
But like I just don't feel the need to be competitive. So I just
Hmm.
haven't felt any need to be on point and create. Like back then, initially, I got myself removed because I wanted to. Uh, I just wanted to protest a decision, and then as time went on, I decided to stay removed out of a lack of feel that being competitive is for me. Because like as I talked about earlier with like sports and stuff, it's a matter of like self mastery, and I don't need to be competitive to feel like I've mastered what I'm doing.
Respect that. I really respect that.
Yeah, and I know I have a few friends who also just aren't present on Point and Crit because they just don't feel like being competitive.
Mhm.
It's just people point at me most of the time because I'm a much higher profile figure that chooses explicitly to not be a part of one of the most uh, talked about and used systems in the wider community, right?
Mhm. For sure.
But it's essentially just I don't see a need to submit anything and take time out of my day to submit anything when I don't feel like I get anything out of it. Like, as I said, I have all my raw footage. If anyone's ever curious about the legitimacy of a completion of mine, I can just send over raw footage.
Mhm.
I could check actually how big this file is. Hold up. Or big this folder is if my folder wants to open.
Why don't you upload them to YouTube on like a separate channel or something, bro?
I mean, it's all uploaded. It's just
Oh, okay.
different stuff. Okay, so let's see here.
Double check.
My raw footage one. It doesn't want to show me how big it is, but there's 122 elements.
Goodness gracious, bro.
So there's 122 raw footages here. Where is 1.4 terabytes of footage?
That is
of raw footage from over the years.
Goodness
gracious. So like, if you want me to send over like my heartbeat raw, I have it sitting here. If you want me to send over fragmented or coral cave, or both of my congregation footages, call me maybe whatever. I have it sitting in a folder on my PC.
How much?
So there's never going to be a question of whether or not I'm legit. 20 terabytes. Yeah, I have a very beefy hard drive.
My God! Holy smokes!
I made content for a living, bro. I also have 64 gigs of DDR5, bro.
Oh my gosh! Okay, yeah, you got the master set up. Okay, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to find out. I have me personally. I have hopefully. Well, okay, good. I have freaking. Let's see. I have a terabyte on my C drive. Then I have no, not four. Sorry, 4 3 6/3 on my D drive. I'm like, bro, how the hell do you have 20?
I have an 18 terabyte hard drive and I have a 3 terabyte SSD. So I have a little over 20.
18 terabyte.
I mean, it comes in handy. I'm saving. I like keeping fucking a terabyte and a half of raw footage. If anyone decides to ask the question, is AeonAir legitimate?
Yeah, very, very much so. My gosh, 18 terabytes. That is.
I feel like it's part of my responsibility as someone who advocates for, if you're gonna talk about your achievements, at least be able to prove it, right?
Yeah.
Because like you're allowed. I feel like everyone should be allowed to beat things and not have to record it. But I also believe that if you're going to go around talking about your accomplishments in a community that is so heavily scrutinized for hackers and it's so easy to illegitimately complete things, you should be able to prove it. So I feel like it would be hypocritical of me to claim that I've beaten these things. Even if they were live, it is still easy for me to cheat them and not have the raw footage available to prove legitimacy if needed.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've said this a billion times over, that if anyone ever wonders, hey, are you legitimate or not? Can you prove it? And I'm like, yes, tell me a level I've beaten since Hard Machine and I'll send you the raw footage. Easy.
Heck yeah. Love that. Okay. Super duper legit. I like that. All right. So, I don't know if you've been asked this question, but what was your opinion on the list back in the day when you were the owner versus now? Like one of the owners.
It's so much better now.
Now, really?
There was no system to running it properly. There were like all the groundwork that had to be done to like make it run smoothly, etc., was just not done. Everything was just kind of like done on, I don't want to say vibes, but a lot of it was done on trust.
Oh yeah.
Like everyone keeps talking about like the stalemate redux and the digital descent flops, which that happened while I was the leader, and the reason why that happened was because for stalemate redux specifically, Cephal, the verifier, wasn't 100% certain whether or not it was harder, but Trusta, who was one of the best players at the time, was one of the people who placed us at the level, and he was like so 100% adamant about the fact that this is much harder than anything else we've have. It's kind of like how the system works now, where if it's like a very definitive top one, it just gets placed immediately, just so people don't just scream about it for a month. It was kind of a similar thing then, where it's like he was so 100% certain that this is the hardest level in the game that we just kind of like insta place it on top one. And the same applied with DD, where Combined had already beaten the hardest levels in the game, right? So Combined said, I think this is harder than the current hardest levels. So we just placed it at number one, right? There was no like proof checking, double checking, getting other people's opinions, etc. It was just like, because there was no like minimum time for a level to get placed, we just kind of like went off the verifier and kind of like just trusted them. It was just kind of like a gentleman's agreement, like, we trust you, we're just going to place it there. And
Mm-hmm.
for DD and for Semi Redux, we just kind of like trusted the thoughts of two incredibly talented players who just either misjudged it in Combine's case, most likely, and Trusta was just kind of like just didn't mix well with his skill set, basically.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So it was just like it just wasn't run as professionally as it is now. Like I can disagree with what the Demonless people do and make decisions on however much I want, but I can't say that it's run poorly
Mm-hmm.
because they are doing a fantastic job and they're doing an incredible amount of work for a very thankless effort, if I'm being 100% honest with you.
Yeah,
People scrutinize them and shit on them all the time, and they're doing this shit for free, and I'm just like,
exactly.
they're doing a fantastic job. I can be critical of things that I don't personally agree with, but that doesn't mean I can't recognize how much work they're putting into it. And back then, I'm gonna be so real, we just did not do the work. There was no work to be done. We just kind of like believed people and thought, yeah, fine, GG. There was a much bigger trust back then,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like even up until the space thing, people just kind of like went off trust. Like if you were a respected player, it didn't matter what if you had raw footage or whatever. Like even I got away with like not having raw footage a bunch of times. I don't know if you remember Platnus Erebus remake.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So I beat that right after I beat Erebus,
Mm-hmm.
and I beat it in like 400 attempts, and I called it an insane demon before it got rated. And then it got rated like half a year later, and it was projected to place on the list. I think it placed like 130 or 120 or something. And back then, when I was still on the list, people would just kind of like submit my levels for me because that was before you had accounts and everything.
Yeah.
And so one of the owners of the demon list came in and was like, "Yo, Aeon, do you have raw footage for this?" And I was like, "No." I beat this half a year ago, and I said it was an insane demon. Why the fuck would I keep raw footage for this? And they were like,
Yeah.
"Fair enough, bro." And then they just accepted it, like just on the pretext that they trusted that I was legitimate and nothing else. And that was like 2022.
Jeez. Yeah.
So there was a lot more of
Slide back
a
then.
gentleman's agreement on if you have built up a reputation, it's just kind of fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like scrutiny to your character, which is like half the reason why Space ended up getting away with it for as long as he did. It's just kind of like the assumption that he was legitimate just based on previous things.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something that honestly took way too long for anyone to like realize was a dumb fucking idea.
Yeah.
And I was part of that problem. So I think the list is significantly better now than what it was because I think it's just run in a much better and more professional way. And I think the current Demon List team is doing a fantastic job, regardless of what I agree and disagree with.
Agree with that. 100%. Yeah, they cooked up a really good system as well. I love the profile system. It's really nice. They have what's it called
Yeah.
plans now as well. It's really cool. Even though no one
Yeah.
uses it.
Part of me is a little bit sad I'm not part of it because I think it is cool. It's the same with like prior to me downloading Geode to build my level. I'm like, Geode is sick as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
There is some really cool stuff people are cooking up for that thing. There are so many talented people. Like I saw the thing that Flash is working on currently, the like auto like modeling tool that he's making where it's like you can like create a shape and it will just like mix up blocks and like create that thing. And that's so fucking dope.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
really
it's so cool. Same with like Allium as well. Allium is one of the mods that I've gotten to like build my level because I could just kind of like draw things in the editor with my mouse to
Mhm.
show what I was thinking with what I was gonna do. It's so much cool stuff, man.
Yeah, that's really cool. Why don't
People in
okay,
this community are crazy.
agreed. I was gonna ask you actually, why don't you use Geode and other modding menus?
I mean, I do now,
Okay, you do. Okay.
because I wanted for better edit basically. Because the thing that I have kept saying and that I still stand by to this day,
Mhm.
because I don't actually use any like gameplay mods. None of the mods I've installed affect gameplay in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I will use CBF, but CBF buffs ordinary, but that's a completely different story. I think personally that base GD as it stands is more than good enough and honestly pretty great as a tool to play the game. I don't think there's anything that a mod loader could give me that would give a benefit that would greatly improve my playing experience.
Yeah.
So the reason why I got Geode for building my level is that the GD editor is like flawed in a lot of ways. There's a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
things that you can pinpoint, so on and so forth. that makes a mod loader and better edit specifically kind of not necessary, but it improves the experience so much that it's kind of just stupid to not use it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to player mods, which is why I didn't get geode in the first place, was because I just don't think stuff like star pass switchers that necessary. Like,
Really?
yeah, it saves you like a couple seconds, but as a streamer, I'm gonna use that time when I'm like switching over my star position to just read chat anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saving or losing any time regardless, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I come from like the old days when we would have like 15 star position copies,
Yeah.
named like Bloodbath 42, right? Bloodbath 74, whatever.
Yeah.
So I come from a time where it was like so many inconveniences, and I think what Rob has added in the smaller updates of 2.2, such as the song hack and CBS and like the star position toggles, etc. They add enough convenience to where the mods are just such minor quality of life improvements that going out of my way to get a mod loader, I just didn't see the point.
Understandable.
Because I love megahack. I think megahack and geode are incredible, fantastic tools, but they don't have the same importance in my opinion as they had in 2.1, where if you didn't have megahack, you would just hear the practice song, right?
Yeah.
There was no like practice music hack integrated into the game. So all the hacks that I used in megahack in 2.1 were integrated into the game in 2.2. So therefore, I didn't see a reason to get geode when it came out, because like, what would there be for me to get? Like, I
Exactly.
don't have any of the like, I don't have any of the like the visual mods.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use any of the like small minor things. I don't use glow because for me it would just be a distraction.
Yeah.
Uh, so and now when Rob changed, I think it was in like 2.206 or something when he, or like 2.204 when he made it so that all new levels will always have a free copy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't even need to get a copy hack, for instance, right? So it was more of a I want to showcase. It was kind of like a philosophy of I want to showcase to people that vanilla GD is usable, because it wasn't in 2.1.
Yeah.
Vanilla GD was like straight up just not functional if you wanted to play at a high level.
Yeah.
And I think in 2.2 that's just not the case.
Agreed.
And because of the culture that we've cultivated within GD, where people will stream the game for like an hour and immediately people are going into their chat like get geode, get mega hack, whatever, like that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
People will have like 5 hours on the game and they will have mega hack and they will have geode.
It's crazy.
And I think it's important to show that the game is functional at a very high level even without it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I keep getting asked questions like, "Hey Aeon, what is this mod?" And then it's just like a vanilla feature. Like people were asking me for like months, like, "Aeon, what do you mean? I thought you didn't have geode. Why do you have hitbox on death?" Is like that's just an option in game, bro.
I didn't even know that.
That's just an option in the
Oh
game.
wow.
Or like in the if you have a Star Pass copy, you have no clip. No clip is built into the game for copyables.
Mm-hmm.
People just don't know these things, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it was also a point of being like, hey, I know geode and stuff like that is awesome, right? But most of the things you're using in geode is also in the game. You just don't know it because you never check the options menu.
Yeah. Just
So it was like a personal thing while also being like a there was nothing to gain for me from downloading it. I would
yeah.
just kind of like wait until there was something that was like genuinely so revolutionizing that I don't think the game would be worth playing without it. And that was better edit for me. That's why I got it recently, because I was like, I want to build a level, but the editor is kind of ass. Please, Rob Top, fix it. I'm begging you.
Bro, I thought if you're somehow watching this, yes, please, bro. It's literally impossible to build anything nowadays, bro. Genuinely.
Yeah, but I've been a proponent for Mega Hack and Geode like always. Me choosing not to use it does not equal I don't like it. It equals I didn't see a need to get it myself. That doesn't mean you can't use it, because I think it's awesome. I've always loved the things that people make for Geode. I think some of the most creative things to come out of this game have come through Geode.
Agreed. Yeah, they make some amazing things. I'm sad to see HJ
Mhm.
FOD step down from it, but bro, either way, they
Yeah,
did
that's
some
a. I feel like that's a very underrated, like huge thing to happen in this game currently.
exactly. It's very, very
Because like
underrated.
he's such a cornerstone of this community for how important Geode has become to a lot of people.
Big. Do you have a planned final hardest?
No, I don't even know if I want to take blame for the whole final hardest thing because I feel like I think I'm one of the first people who coined final hardest when I did hard machine.
Hmm.
And looking back at it, I was just kind of fucking stupid. Because I think what my thought process was back then was that I don't see myself doing anything harder.
Hmm.
Uh, but I also failed to realize and failed to look into the future, seeing like, okay, maybe we'll get better tech that will just make things more precise,
Yeah.
etc. Unlike now, where I can see like, okay, there is like gonna be a certain limit to what I can and can't accomplish.
Hmm.
Um, but back then I was like, final hardest hard machine because like it was number 9 or whatever on the demo list back then. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to do much more than that. But now hard machine is like my what hard is this hard machine for me now? It's like by demo list is like my 11th hardest or something.
Good God. That is insane.
Uh, but it kind of like boils down to I think final hardest is a silly idea because you don't really know whether or not or when you are going to quit or when you are or if you're going to get better, right?
Hmm.
So I have kind of like stopped looking at it from the what would be my final hardest and rather look at it from the perspective of am I happy with this being my last hardest if I can't play anymore?
Hmm.
So when I look at like silent clubstep, if I end up beating it, I'm gonna be very very content with that being my final hardest. Uh, if I'm being 100% honest, if I can and the level ends up getting raided and so on, I would fucking love to do like old Orochi. I think that level is so cool.
Okay, I love that answer.
But that's a
Okay.
case of like, but like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to get there. If it ends up that I have to like get surgery for my hands and I end up getting myself into a life situation where I can't like afford to spend that much time playing the game anymore, I'm also very content with demos being my final hardest. I wouldn't mind that
Yeah.
whatsoever. So I think it's more a case of I don't know what my final hardest is gonna be, but if it's demos, I'm gonna be happy with it because I'm proud of what I accomplished with that. If I beat Silent Clubstep and that's my final hardest, I'm gonna be very proud of that. If I somehow manage to still be playing this game at 30 at a high level and I play old Orochi and beat it, then fuck yeah, dude. That's hype.
Awesome. Yeah. Love to see that.
Because like I see like final hardest like all the time and I'm like, brother, you're 14 years old. You have so much time left to be playing this game.
Exactly.
You're giving up way too early. I saw one of the funniest titles of all time the other day, and this is no shade to this person by the way if they happen to be watching it, but I found it like kind of oxymoronic because it was final hardest and then at the end youngest victor. I'm like, if you're the youngest victor of Firework, how can that be your final hardest, brother? You have the
Exactly.
whole future ahead of you, bro.
How
You
old are
can
they?
literally beat a new hardest like 4 months from now with how quickly these 14-year-olds adapt.
Exactly, bro. But they're 14?
I have no idea how old they are. This is just
Oh,
me
okay, okay. This is
throwing
the title.
conjecture out of the around there. I didn't look into how old they were, but when they type in youngest victor and it's like
Hmm.
firework or something, they're usually pretty young.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like I think planning a final hardest, as ironic as it is, as someone who titled my hard machine completion final hardest, I think it's best to look at final hardest as like a constant push of, are you happy with this thing being your final hardest? More
Hmm.
so than just planning it out.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that.
That might be just me being old. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like I'm 23 now and I'm looking back and I'm like, am I content with Titan Complex being my final thing I did in this game? If I were to quit today, I'm
Okay,
like,
but Titan Complex is so fucking hype though.
it's cool, but I'm like, I want Bloodlust or my
I
new
love Titan Complex.
verification. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's really cool level. It's
I
so
beat Titan
random.
Complex as a I beat Titan Complex as a third hardest building up to Bloodlust actually.
Oh wow, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I went through my spreadsheet recently and kind of like I made it like a new like column for my spreadsheet,
Hmm.
which basically is just was this level on the demo list when I beat it, just because I was curious like where things were when I beat them.
Yeah,
And I didn't remember Titan Complex being so close, but like Titan Complex was like my third hardest, and it was like 5 spots below my hardest at the time.
that's wild, bro. Did you struggle with the 90
Yeah, I
click?
beat Titan Complex at 41. Oh,
Wow.
I died past 90 like 15 times. I was getting mogged by that part, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember
'Cause, like the
that.
only thing I remember of Titan Complex was how unlucky I got with the end of it, but I didn't remember that it was like my third hardest.
Hmm.
But now looking back at it with that knowledge, I'm like, yeah, it kind of makes sense that I got fucking destroyed by this thing. Like my hardest was cybernetic crescent at the time, and it was like 5 spots above.
Oh,
Like
wow.
cybernetic was like 38, I think, and
Mhm.
no, 37, and Titan complex was 41,
Oh
like 4
gosh.
spots, and
Yeah.
then Yada was 38. So like my entire top three was in like within like 5 spots on the demon
That's
list or something
insane.
like that.
Yeah. I must got really lucky then. Only died to 94 times, then I died to 93. That's it. Only like terrible deaths. So I got really lucky.
I think I was just being stupid. I can't lie.
I remember when I was
I think it was
playing
like a
it.
self-fulfilling cycle of me getting so annoyed at dying to the ending that I would
Mhm.
like kind of just like overthink it and just kind of like make
Yeah,
dumb mistakes.
that's so
It's like
good.
the thing that I always say with people when they ask me about like mind block things is like you usually end up getting mind blocked because you start overthinking that thing. Like you notice that you're dying to the same thing over and over again, and then you're just gonna keep thinking about it when you get there, and then you're just gonna keep
Mhm.
dying to it because you're not letting your intuition play.
Exactly. Which is, yeah, I feel like it's very, very true. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I was streaming Titan Complex back in the day, and I was beating it the first time, well, not the first time, but just in
Mhm.
general, people would literally say, "Don't have an Aeon experience." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" I watched your video. I remember that.
That's so funny.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Titan Complex has kind of become like it's like an infamous. It was a lot more known like back in the day, but just
Mhm.
it's been so long now. I beat it in 2021.
Exactly. Such a weird level.
I mean, I beat it. I just said I beat it when it was 41 on the demon list. Obviously, it's gonna be a while ago.
Yeah, bro. It's a long, long time ago. I wish it was listed. I beat it, bro. Good
Yeah.
lord, that'd be nice. But no, I think it was way, way past due date. Bro, I literally only played it and beat it because my friend was like, "I'll pay you $100 to beat this." So we had like a individual like friends group demon list where
That's fire.
you have to have two people to beat a level to place on the list. And I was like, no one wanted to touch. It was like
Hmm.
$100 bet, and I beat it in the months. I don't know how. I grinded through that thing. I don't know. That level's fun though.
That's fire. I don't remember how long it took me. I didn't like pay attention to that stuff back in the day. I just kind of like beat levels.
Yeah, I mean you were beating a
That's like
rapid
always been
pace.
my mindset. I was just kind of like playing levels because I thought they were cool.
For
Like I don't
sure.
even think I recognized the fact that Titan Complex was going to be so close to my heart as when I played it. I was just kind of like, I need to play an XL building up to Bloodlust so I can get familiar with the level length of like almost 3 minutes, 3 minutes.
Mhm.
So I'll play Titan Complex because that's a level that I think is cool and that's easier than Bloodlust.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I like that. I
So that was
like
like
that.
my whole reasoning pretty much for playing it.
Mhm.
I need to get better at XLs. I'll play an XL level, and then I played Titan Complex, and it was hype. It
Pretty
kind
good
of
level.
destroyed me, but you know,
Oh yeah.
whatever. I love it. I think it's hype. I think it's really, really cool.
It's a super cool level.
I think it's a must play for people, honestly.
Agreed. I fully agree. It has such jank parts though, but it's still so fun.
It shows its age, but it's like it's just so cool. It's such a cool feeling playing it. Like it's just a level that makes you feel badass, you know?
Exactly, bro.
Kind
100%.
of the same way as Bloodlust does, where it's just kind of like playing Bloodlust just makes you feel cool.
Exactly. It feels so nice playing Bloodlust recently, especially the
Yeah.
ending. TMN is the best part ever created in any level. I don't care what anyone says. The part's so cool.
I can see it. I respect that. I think it's a really high part. I think the entirety of like the corridor to the end is just really, really dope.
Agreed. Agreed.
Just like there's so many like awesome fluid movements that make you just feel so in control. Like I think
Yeah.
Terran is very underrated with like that ship swoop between the orbs, where it's like you just need to have like one cool swoop to like show control. And with the nerves that you have in that part, it just shows so much like control. You know,
Mhm. It's
it's
so
just hype.
cool.
It's just hype moments and aura.
Literally, bro. Bloodlust is this ore farm. I love Bloodlust so much, bro.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
such a cool level.
Um, so I got a new question I'm adding on to like the usual like
Hmm.
list of questions I ask everybody. I feel like this is gonna be interesting to compare eventually. When I have like 50
Hmm.
interviews out. How many hours do you have on Steam on GD?
I think it's 12.3K.
It's not too bad.
I mean, it's a lot, but I'm also not one of those people who leave my game open. I like that. Those are like active playing hours, pretty much, because I'm one of those people who close my game whenever I'm not on it. I'm not Eric.
Yeah.
I'll throw Eric under the bus here real quick. I'll open up his Steam because he has like a billion hours.
Oh yeah, I would have needed
Because
that.
he just never turns off his computer. He has shit habits. He was talking to me the other like a couple days ago about how his motherboard just kind of died. Like his PC just died entirely. I had to go get a new motherboard.
Oh Lord.
And it took me so much strength to not tell him it's because you leave your PC on all day. Yeah, he's on in game right now, asleep. I have 12,160 hours. Eric has
Oh my
28,224.
God.
It took so much willpower to not just tell Eric, I think your PC died because you never turned that thing off. I'm gonna be so real. Leaving your PC on 24 hours a day is not good for it, bro. That's gonna fry it eventually.
Literally, bro. I have friends that do that, bro. I know Trick does that as
Yeah.
well. I've seen him literally he's never offline, apparently, from what I saw on like
Yeah.
TCD stuff. It's like, bro, this is so bad.
Yeah. Same with audiovisual as well. He leaves his game on all the time.
Audiovisual, if you're watching this, bro, lock in, turn your thing off, bro.
Yeah, I'm not like that though. I turn my computer off if I don't use it. Like even if I'm just gonna like get off my computer for like an hour to go like eat, I'll turn it fully off.
Oh yeah, me too. That's the best
I
idea.
have like good habits of turning my PC off, so my hours are like fairly accurate to my like total play time, I would say.
Okay, cool. Heck yeah. So I've asked Zeronium and Space this. So I'm gonna ask you because you're like last person in this like lineup of people, which is pretty cool. How was it? How was it like? Damn. Can I speak? How was it meeting Zeronium and Space UK in real life?
Space and I just kind of like said hi and bye. It was like a quick like "What's up?"
Mhm.
And then that's pretty much it. So we didn't like actually interact much, but that was mostly because I was like taken to the side by someone else who wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
That was like in that group of people who were talking, which was very, very nice.
Mhm.
But Zeronium was really fun to meet. I've met a lot of people, like GD people in real life. I have an insane list of people I've met, and it was very, very fun. I always enjoy getting to know the person, right?
Yeah.
It's very different talking to someone online because you'll always like text a little bit differently than how you interact and engage with people face to face.
Yeah.
Like if you
Exactly.
see my texting habits, you wouldn't expect me to be. I like to think I'm pretty articulate.
Oh yeah, you are.
That does not show over text. I text like a fucking 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, so it's always fun to like meet up with people just to like get a feel for how they are as like a person.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
engaging with one-on-one conversation and being like in face-to-face scenarios, kind of like you get a better understanding of how and who they are. And that
Mhm.
was a lot of fun because me and Zeronium have known each other for quite a while. I got him into Twilight Miss Christmas like really, really early. We talked a little bit before that, but we got to talk a lot more through that. And it was a really fun time. It was a very, very good time. I have a lot of respect for him both as a player and a person. I think he's just great overall. And getting to meet him and like engage with him and talk to him in a different space,
Mhm.
joke included, was very cool, very interesting. I always enjoy hearing what people have to say, just to like get a feel for how they approach things,
Mhm.
right?
100%. Yeah.
And hearing him talk about the things that we were doing, because it's like when you meet up with people, it's like a bunch of mundane stuff surrounded by like hype and like exciting moments whenever you do like special things. But like I get a lot out of the like this tiny like mundane details of like we're just kind of like hanging out in the hostel waiting for things to happen and we just kind of like have those like chill conversations. And I think that's like the highlights for me
Mhm.
because you get to like really understand that person. And I don't know if Zeronium agrees, but I felt like our friendship tightened a lot more. I get this with a lot of people though. All the people that I like know from online that I meet for the first time, I always feel like I consider them closer friends afterwards.
Yeah.
Just out of like the breach of this is no longer an online relationship. This is no longer an online friendship.
Mhm.
You're just friends now.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if I can't obviously speak for on his behalf for that, but for me at least, it's always that. And I feel like meeting someone in real life is always a make it or break it for me in terms of like, do I still want to engage and talk to this person afterwards?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I fully agree. I don't know. I think I've met one person from online in real life, and it was really nice. I fully get what you mean about that. It's a lot different.
Yeah, it's always really hype.
It is
Like for
awesome.
me, with like both Sputniks and Viprin, for instance, I felt like I grew infinitely closer to them after I got to meet them, right?
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Because they're very different. I would say they're very different people online and in real life. Because you can kind of like be the person. Uh, a lot of the time, you can be the person you want to be when you text because you have so much more time to think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like sculpt yourself a lot more. But when you're face to face and when you're talking more directly, you don't have the like time to really like make yourself be someone you want to be. You kind of just have to be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you grow more intimate in that way.
Exactly.
It was the same with like I've had the absolute pleasure of meeting Serponge in real life back in 2020, right before
Wow.
COVID started. And I've never seen that person the same way afterwards. He is the most fascinating person I've ever met in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Dude,
Serponge is such a phenomenal character.
how'd you meet him?
He is we were this is something that we still do, my friend group. We go to a music festival called Rampage every single year, which is an indoor music festival. And the first year we were going to be doing it was in 2020, right before COVID, and he was going to join in on that, and he was going to go with us. Uh, However, the day before we were going to go from Amsterdam to Antwerp, Belgium, where the music festival was, Trump made the announcement that he's closing down the country, so everyone had to like go home. It was kind of a bummer. But we were having like this whole like week long trip going to the Netherlands and then going to Belgium for the music festival and just like hanging out and all that thing. Our like big group of friends. This was like a old GS thing, like way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
We were like a bunch of people. We were like 15 people or something, and it
That's
was really hype.
nice.
And Serponge is just genuinely such a fascinating character, and I still think a lot about the interactions we had just because they made such an impact on me and how I kind of like approach small things now.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things that like really stuck out to me about him was we were kind of like walking along the riverside and we got to this bridge. And you know when you have like these like big bridges and the underside is like super graffitied up. He just kind of stood there for a little while and watched one of the pillars, like one of the legs of the bridge. And he was kind of just like fascinated by the shape and the way that it was casting the shadow from the sun. And he was just kind of like taking it in as like a like artistic inspiration almost, where it was like, this is really cool. I want to integrate these kind of like shadows into GD. And it made such an impact on me because I was like, this is the kind of stuff that you need to notice if you want to be like truly great, right?
Agreed. Yeah.
Because he genuinely looked at a pillar underneath a bridge and saw a shadow, and he was like, "That's sick as fuck. I want to make that effect in GD." And I was like, "What the fuck? You can do that? That's crazy."
The
So
genius.
he's kind of like that's kind of like rubbed off of me in the sense that I want to like look at things and like
Mm-hmm.
deconstruct them and compartmentalize each and every like element of something to like truly absorb what that thing is and what it means to me. I was walking from my girlfriend's cabin the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and I stopped at a bridge, and I was looking at a bit of like a river, and there was a point of it that was dried out, like the bifurcation point of the river was dried out entirely, which is when the river splits into two. And I was like, why has that dried out? And I was like, just looking at it, taking it in, and like trying to figure out what's the story of the river of why it split in two, but then the other half of it just completely just dried out entirely. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like those kind of things have like made me a more aware person of like everything around me, and I think that goes back to when I met up with Sir Punj as long as alongside like many other people, and just kind of like saw how he observed the world because I was
Yeah.
so fascinated by it.
Which is really damn cool. That's so cool, bro.
Yeah,
I assumed you'd be like
Sir
some.
Punj is the same person in real life as his levels are. If you think his levels are like abstract and interesting in any way, shape, or form, he's just the exact same way in real life. He's so fucking
So
fascinating.
awesome.
Such a cool person.
Is he still active nowadays or no?
He makes games. He's not active within GD, but he like has his own like game stuff. A lot of his GD friends, like creator friends, make stuff for like game jams and so on,
That's so cool,
which they
bro.
do really well with. Like they always rank like really, really highly. So he's like super skilled. He's gonna have a very, very bright future ahead of him.
I'd love to see that, bro. Fuck yeah. He's been one of my.
Genuinely one of the most talented people I've ever met.
Agreed. I've literally put him and Funny Game in the top two forever for creators. He's a genius. They're both
Yeah,
geniuses.
100%.
I wonder how I can get in
Like
contact with him, bro. I would love
even
to get in
outside
contact.
of GD, he's just like the most insane person ever.
Oh yeah,
He is
seems like it from what you said.
everything someone creative should aspire to be, I think.
Agreed.
If you do anything creative work, I think it's it's like the fucking joke of like $1 million or dinner with JC. If it was $1 million or a dinner with Serponge, I would low-key take the dinner with Serponge. I'm gonna be so real.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I hold him in very, very high regard when it comes to like philosophy and just like how he approaches life in very many ways.
respect that.
He's
Okay.
very strange, but he's strange in the same way like Bill Wurst is strange. I don't know if you've seen like the clips that have been floating around from. I think he did like an interview with like Anthony Padilla or whatever,
Mhm.
and he just kind of like says strange things, and the way the machinations of his mind work are just so fascinating. I feel the same about Serponge,
Yeah.
whereas like he's like very clearly a very strange person, but he articulates it and communicates it in a way and shows it in his being that the strangeness comes from a point of like just being fascinated by the things around him in pursuit of creativity, and I think it's dope.
That's really awesome. Yo, W. Okay, W Serponge. I did not expect to hear about that at all.
No,
I
he's the
think
go.
Serponge
I
is
love him.
crazy. That's awesome, bro. Hell yeah. Well, I gotta ask you. It's like a very common question as well. How'd you come up with your name?
I don't have an answer. I was 9 years old. I've been using AeonAir since 2009.
That's awesome though.
Like
It's a
this
really
shit
unique name.
predates. Like it was just a name that I wanted to use for uh like a game that I was playing on my phone. I was like, I need a username. That's
Hmm.
like the one of the things I came up with. I think it's like partially just like a build on yeah, it's a management consulting company called Aeon. That's just Aon. They were like a major sponsor of Manchester United back in the day. I never cared about football. It's
Hmm.
just that I saw that word on like some kids like Manchester United T-shirt, and I was like, that's a cool word. And
Yeah.
then I wanted to do some um, fuck, what's the word for it? It's like a word thingy where it's like just to like make it flow cooler. I just added another word that started with the letter A afterwards, and it's like, okay, I have a name now. Cool.
Hell yeah. That's a really cool way to find your name, bro. I like that.
So I've just kind of had my name forever, pretty much.
Got you. Okay.
Like I don't even know if that's like the background behind it. It's just kind of just like what I assume because
Yeah.
I don't know anything else. Like when my mom was doing like a big old clean of our house like many years like a few years ago, she
Yeah.
found like old like drawings of Pokemon that I would make from like 2009, 2010 that I for some reason signed with Aeon instead of my name. For some reason. I don't know why. I just kind of did. So like I have like proof of me just like drawing really shitty Pokemon pictures where I would type or write in Aeon instead of Jonas because I was a freak for some reason. I was a fucking idiot kid. I was like obsessed with having a different identity, I suppose. I don't know.
I mean, that's understandable at a young age like that, honestly.
Yeah. It does kind of like intertwine the name Aeon with me as a person though, because it's been part of my being for like what? How long is that? 17 years? Yeah, 17
Yeah.
years.
It's a long ass time, bro.
My username is almost legal now. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is what.
I was about to
Jeez,
say
yeah.
consume drink, but that's depends on where you are, I suppose.
Mhm. You can drink in 18 in Norway?
Norway's 18, yeah. Denmark 16.
That is insane, bro. What? Wow, I did not know
Norway
that.
is one of the stricter ones, though. In Norway, it's like 18 for anything below 21% alcohol. And then
Oh,
anything
well.
above 21%, you need to be 20.
I mean, you can just chug it. I mean, yeah, multiple things.
Yeah, but that's mostly just Norway being very strict on, like, we're health freaks. Like, Norway's, like,
Yeah.
incredibly strict when it comes to, like, unhealthy habits. For the alcohol thing, we have you are I always found it to be like kind of like a culture shock when I go to other countries because they will just like sell wine in like the grocery store, etc.
Yeah.
In Norway, we have a beautifully named store named Vinmonopolet, which means the wine monopoly, which is a state-owned place where they can sell alcohol over like 5% or whatever.
Mm.
So anything that's sold over 5% alcohol has to be sold through the state. And as a result, actually, Norway's wine sommeliers are specially trained and are like the highest quality sommeliers in the world for like wine tasting. So whenever they go around Europe and the world to like find wines to sell in Norway, it's like get out the red carpet. We have like the royals of sommeliers coming over because you know that if they want to buy the wine, they're like set for life basically
That's freaking awesome,
because
bro. Wow.
the Norwegian government directly will buy the alcohol for it. And it's like Norway is toying around with the idea currently of disallowing advertisements of sugar aimed towards children because it's unhealthy and bad for you. Like it's not allowed to like advertise tobacco. It's not allowed to advertise alcohol. There's no ads for beer and etc. in Norway, and they're toying around with the idea that you are also not allowed to advertise sugary candies because it's unhealthy for children and advocates for bad addictions or potential addictions.
Mm-hmm.
So Norway's like super strict on things like that
I
because
can
they want
respect
people to have higher quality of life, basically.
I actually respect the hell out of that. I like that a lot. With America, all
Yeah.
this processed
Like,
food, they'll promote anything bad that they can promote to you. Honestly.
yeah. So like they realize that even if you don't advertise beer, people are still gonna buy beer, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't help when you're pushing beer as like a, hey, you should come drink this. It's delicious. Come have it. People who like beer are gonna go buy beer anyway. It's not gonna change anything. But what it will change is that the people who aren't that interested aren't going to be like enticed to try it, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Because people make it sound
So Norway
cool.
has like incredibly strict laws when it comes to like advertisements
Mm-hmm.
to like avoid unhealthy anything really.
Yeah. Yeah. Like people, when I was younger, I was like, wow, I really want to do these things like smoke cigarettes. No, I never, actually never, no. I never said that. No. People think like when they're
I want to
younger,
smoke crack.
yeah, that one. Yeah. That sounds so fun. Anything but cigarettes
Woohoo!
back in the day. I was like, that sounds so cool. Like
Yeah.
beer, other inappropriate things. It's like, that sounds so cool
Uh-huh.
because it got promoted like right in front of your face. I'm like, it's kind of a good thing they're not
Yeah.
showing that off in Norway. That's really good, honestly.
In Norway, it's just like straight up illegal to advertise anything like that.
That's amazing. Yo, US.
Yeah.
Hey, US. I know you're not
It's
watching, but come on.
it's a little bit of a tough one though because it kind of goes back to like big government, big brother 1984 stuff where it's like
Hmm.
the strictness of it isn't inherently bad, but it's also like government intervention of things, right? Like people are very much against a lot of things. So
Yeah.
like it's a fine line between when is it too much and when is it really reasonable because it's like genuinely bad for you, right? Like no one's gonna sit here and say that drinking a six pack of beer is healthy for you, right?
Hmm.
Uh, but like, at what point is the government overstepping its boundaries by saying you're not allowed to advertise this whatsoever, full stop, right?
Hmm.
It's like, I get both sides of the coin. I personally like it because it's like it discourages the culture of overconsumption of unhealthy things.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not in the government, so what do I care?
Yeah. Exactly.
If I want a beer, I'll go get a beer. It doesn't matter if it's advertised or not.
Mhm. Exactly. I think beer just kind of sucks in my opinion, but yeah, I respect that. I got a
I think it
super.
depends on which one.
I mean, yeah, true. My dad likes Bud Light a lot. I think it's just complete ass.
That's just water.
It
Sorry.
literally, it's
Uh,
terrible.
I like some of the Belgian ones. I think Belgian beer is really good. I don't drink beer at home, but every time I go to Belgium for like music festivals,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking living it, dude. That shit's great.
Try it out sometime then. Okay.
The stuff here in Norway, I think it's like it's whatever. I wouldn't go out of my way to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't drink like ever
Got you.
because it's like if I'm gonna consume something, I want to enjoy it at least.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
And when I go to Belgium, I am enjoying it. But then here, it's like it's okay. I'd do
Mm-hmm.
better with like a Pepsi or whatever.
Yeah. That's honestly a good thing though. You're not drunk. A lot of people get stuck in that habit. That's good that you're not.
Yeah.
That much. Okay. Super important question though. Probably the most important question we asked so
Okay.
far. Can't even say it with a straight face. Are you a helicopter?
No. Not yet. I don't, dude, do I even remember what I said, oh, and then I started laughing. That's the original clip, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, that shit's like 6 years ago, bro.
That's so
Holy.
long. I've had like 15 comments about that.
It's a good clip. It's a fun clip. I like it.
It is. I agree. I also
It's
have
like slightly, it's like slightly rough-ish memories because I back then just like I kind of like I did the Vortex thing of like playing up a character, like very over exaggerating myself. I see a
yeah.
lot of people who like I had a guy the other day actually who was like, I used to not like you because of the way you acted on stream, but
Mhm.
now I really like your content is because I used to play up a character, obviously.
Yeah.
Talked about that in the Zoink video as well, how it's like most streamers will play up a character for entertainment value. And Vortex talked about it in his stream when he was watching the spaceuk clip, right? Like the other day, where it's like he unabashedly admits that he plays up a character and tries to over exaggerate himself because that is more entertaining for most people.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I used to do that as well, and then I realized I can't do this for too long. It's gonna just fucking murder me because it's
Yeah.
just so exhausting. So
Exactly.
I've just kind of like stepped back and I like to think I'm very true to myself now with how I act on stream and how I talk. I wasn't back then though, so whenever I see that clip, I'm like, damn, I used to be so much more over the top. Holy.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I respect it.
Not like I'm ashamed of it or anything, but it's like
Mhm.
I wish I was more myself when I like started building up an audience.
Yeah. When you're doing great right now, at least, and you're doing fantastic. So I mean.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a very very good space when it comes to that. When it comes to the audience that I have and everyone that likes watching what I do, because it's
Yeah.
more like I take a lot of pride in being second monitor content when it comes to my streams, at least for
Yeah.
the videos that I'm making, like the Zoink one and the one that I'm making with the 2020 top 10 or the lessons of GD thing. I want it to be main monitor content, but
Mhm.
streams, I'm so happy with people just having me on a second monitor and just kind of like listening to it in the background.
Yeah.
I get an unhealthy amount of people who say, "How are there only X amount of people chatting? There are X amount watching the stream," and it's usually like, I can have like 3 people active in my chat, and there'd be like 200 something people watching, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's because people just like listening to me say things,
Hmm.
and take so much pride in that. How people just find my tone and my uh, speech comforting enough to just want it to be in the background.
It's relaxing. Yeah.
Yeah, because that means to me at least that my content is just enjoyable enough to where I don't have to like fight for attention.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can just kind of like be there as like white noise and people enjoy it. And then if I get somewhere or ask something that they have interest in, they can reply with it, and that's all that it needs.
Exactly.
I think there's like different genres of streamer, whereas like you have the Connexes, you have the Vortroxes, and the Zoiks, where they fight for the attention of having people always engage, like the XQC style of like uh, saying things and engaging with everyone at large.
Yeah.
Then you have someone like myself who wants everything to be a little bit more, not personal in the sense of like interpersonal, parasocial relationship kind of way.
Yeah.
But I do pride myself quite a lot in the way that I can remember and follow up on things that I've talked with like completely random people on my stream a couple days earlier, right? Like I'll remember that someone is playing a level and they've been making progress, and I'll ask them, "Oh, how are you doing on this level?" and that
Mhm.
such kind of thing, right? To like create a more comforting, welcoming place to be, where people can just kind of like find somewhere to be and not find it like too stimulating, while also having something to gain out of it by like it just being entertaining in its own way.
Exactly. Respect that. I like that.
There's like many very many different ways to engage as a streamer with their community, and I think me and Zeronium both kind of just like do we would much rather have like just a conversation with the individuals who want to chat rather than try and entertain everyone who's actively watching on like a second monitor or whatever.
Yeah.
Because realistically, if you wanna, you have to like pick and choose which one you want to be. if you want to engage with everyone, you can have that like personal relationship where you talk directly to people. You just kind of like have to feed off the chat to like keep like a general conversation going. But if you choose the more personal one, you can just kind of like talk to people one on one and make people. I feel like it creates more of a this is a place you belong thing rather than a big community thing. But that obviously only works to like a certain size. Like Soin could never do that just because he has too many people watching.
Yeah, exactly. Way too many. So many freaking people. Okay. I got one more question from Tride. I have four more questions, but this one's from Tride particularly. This is very, very important. Aeon, is this a video?
I mean, it's a podcast at least.
Yeah.
It can be a video, but it can also just be audio.
Yeah, no, that was the top comment on the second community post. I don't know how, but yeah, that's the top comment. Your channel,
I mean, that's the intro, right?
Yeah, this is the video. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we got 4 more actual questions for you. So this is a big one I like to ask. If you were to quit today, would you feel satisfied with what you did on Geometry Dash and YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I already like kind of quit content, right?
Yeah.
I was happy with what I'd done, and I didn't feel like I had anything more to give. I have more things that I want to do, but kind of similar to how I commented on Deimos with like, if I get to my neurologist appointment for my hands and I find out I can't keep playing the game, I will be satisfied with Deimos. I would also be satisfied if I lost access to my channel right now. I would be satisfied with what I've accomplished because I've done a lot of really cool things that I'm super proud of.
Oh yeah, I love that answer.
But I feel like that's also just like my mindset of infinite pursuit doesn't necessarily mean infinite fulfillment. You can pursue something without feeling like it does anything for you. And you can also pursue things while also being completely satisfied if that pursuit fails.
100%.
So like I have a pursuit of like making my 2020 top 10 video. I have a pursuit of making the lessons video. I have the 12 Days of Christmas thing coming up, and I'm in strong pursuit of I want to do these things because I want to be proud of them. But I also don't think that the pride in those videos is necessarily going to add or detract from the pride that I already feel for the things I've done before.
Respect. I like that a lot. Happy to do that for you.
There's only more things to be prideful for the more things I do, rather than feel like I'm not content with it currently, and then I will be content with it after I'm done with those big projects.
For sure. 100%. 100%. Okay. I think I know the answer to this one. Well, not really, actually. What am I saying? If you were to translate your skill into another game, what would it be? What would it be? Sorry.
Does it have to be a different game, or can it be something else?
It could be real life or something like kind of like that.
Because since I don't play any game like competitively in any way, shape, or form, and GD is like the only game I play for like skill expression, I would much rather translate it to something else. Honestly, I've been toying around with the idea of like getting into like gardening for some reason recently. I'm not like really good at it, but I like flowers quite a lot. You do like the thing where you like ask the next person a thing, and I wanted to ask them what like their favorite flower is, just because I think that would be an interesting way to like hear a completely different side of whoever you're interviewing next. So I feel like I would like translate my GD skill into a completely quote unquote irrelevant skill that I would just kind of like get something cool out of that would like just add flourish to my life. I would put that skill into something that is completely irrelevant to like a career life. Okay. Just to like have something else to do.
Gotcha. Okay. I like that answer.
So I think I would like put it into like botany, putting it into like knowledge of like nature, flowers, plants just in general, or maybe potentially like marine life, or maybe history, just like to be knowledgeable about something that I find cool. I like to read a good chunk of history. I want to read up more on flowers and mushrooms specifically. I used to be really into mushrooms as a kid. I used to read my grandmother's mushroom book a ton. Was really into mushrooms for a period of time for some reason. Yeah. And I would like to pick that back up. I'm going to be so real with you. So I would put my GD skill into just a field of knowledge that I find fascinating.
That's
that
awesome.
would
I love
have
that.
completely no relevance to anything else in my life. Just something I would be really fucking good at, just because I can.
Heck yeah, I love that answer. Yeah, my girlfriend is actually all really
You're
into.
lagging a little bit again, by the way.
Oh, hello, hello, hello. Test, test, test. I think it should be good. Hello. There we go. Hello.
I'll tell you whenever it turns back. I hear like your voice being like, you know,
Oh shit. Test, 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 test.
it's coming back slowly.
Let's see. Let's see. Trying to test it out.
Love
Whoa.
it when internet decides to be
Yeah, literally.
awesome. I've had so much internet trouble over the years.
Oh, I think it's back. We're good. Okay.
Yes, it seems back. Hell yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend's really into mushrooms as well. I like the psychedelic ones, but like when she sees a mushroom in a game, she's like, "Oh my gosh!" I don't know. She loves it. Same
No,
with
I'm the
flowers.
same. I find mushrooms very fascinating because mushrooms are like a completely different like life form to like plants. They're like completely different to plants themselves. So I
Yeah.
just find them fascinating how they like symbiotically work with nature.
Yeah.
Fungi is really cool. The fun guy in fungi makes complete sense to me, you know.
Heck yeah.
Plus, I'm a big defender of lion's mane as like a meat substitute for the vegans out there. I think lion's mane tastes fantastic.
Okay.
And cantherols are really good.
Never heard of that. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, is there anyone in particular you'd like to see on the podcast?
I think your internet is still dying, by the way.
How's it dying
Fortunately.
again? Oh gosh. Wait, take her back. All right. Bro, my internet just works one time, bro. Yo, people that are watching this, I apologize.
We love it when it happens.
Oh, I think we're
Oh,
back.
there we go.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in particular you'd like to see on the podcast?
Ooh. I think it would be cool to get in one of the content creators of old that did a lot of GD videos but aren't GD specialized. So like Merg or 8-Bit Ryan or something like that. Because it would be cool to get like their history and their like thoughts on it because they were so involved with the game to the point where it takes up enough brain space for them to like have a bunch of thoughts and deep feelings towards it while not being engaged with the game anymore.
Agreed.
So I would like to see someone who used to be very involved in like a big way, but aren't anymore. Even Samifying could work for that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to get him on sometime. That's a good idea. Yeah, Merg. Oh my gosh. I used to watch him every day
That would be
back
hype.
in the day. That'd be awesome.
That would be so hype. Holy.
That'd be massive, bro. Like Undertale 2 mostly. I remember he did. Now he just says goon baiting, but it's okay. His old content's really, really good. Hold on, my girlfriend is spam texting me. Give me 1 second. Actually, while I'm texting her, I'm gonna ask you the last question I got for you. Is there any advice you would like to give for the people watching?
It's gonna be very similar advice to the video that I'm coming out, so you guys are getting a little bit of a preview. But it would be to occasionally step back and think about what GD has done for you. Not as like a game, but like something that GD directly has influenced in your life, and appreciate it for what it is. Because a lot of people, unfortunately, end up stepping away from the game with a little bit of like disdain. And I think stepping away for a little bit and just like thinking about what GD has done for you personally is a very good way of compartmentalizing the impact that it has had on you. So take a step back, look at GD as like a big thing in your life, and try and find something that it has genuinely affected you with positively.
I agree. I like that answer. I really like that answer. And I'll my God, I'll add on to that as well. My own thing I want to say, everyone watching, like I know things in the world aren't the greatest, at all, not in the slightest, not in the even closest. But look up to like good things. Like good things are happening. Good things will happen. Everything's gonna be okay. You never know what's gonna happen next. Genuinely, like look at the bright side of things. Try to, at least. I know it's hard. Like genuinely really hard, but try to look at the bright side of things. Things will get better. Things will get bad. Things will get good. You just gotta like enjoy it. It's a roller coaster for a reason. So it's called life.
Yeah, and if you are struggling with like figuring these things out, I suggest just kind of like before you go to bed every night, just kind of like try and think about your day and try and think about something that you're happy with that day, even if it's like a very minor thing. Like, I ate a good, delicious breakfast today. That's awesome.
Totally agree with that.
I think that will genuinely affect your well-being in a very positive way. It's like being able to like pick apart like tiny, tiny things that just like add value to your life, even if it's tiny, minuscule things. Like even if it's like Vortrog's read out your message on stream. If that's something that makes you happy, that makes you happy, and that's hype as hell.
Hell yeah, man. Fully agree with that. Look at the positives. Look at everything that's going on around you. That's good. Be thankful for what you have. I know sometimes it's hard to, but genuinely, there's a lot of good things in the world. It's very good. But all right, man, it was nice talking with you. Thank you for joining the podcast. It was really, really fun talking with you.
It was. I had a really good time.
Thank you, man. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to click on the link right here and the playlist right here. Also, if you like the channel, click right here and hit subscribe. And if you want to ask questions for the new interview, go down in the description. I always link my server and the new post for the next interview.